We are Southern Illinois.
Near corner three from the SIU bench. Yes, sir. That's his own board to him. Between three black jerseys, goes up and lays it in. Confetti pops into the dog pound.
This is Saluki Basketball on the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield.
Horn sounds. Ball game is over.
This is the IBEW NICA pregame show, brought to you by IBEW NICA, your power professionals. Also brought to you by Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC.
Southern makes it 24 in a row in Banterra Center in non-conference action, and you can feel the magic in Banterra again.
Now let's go courtside.
SIU returns to the hardwood tonight after a surprise weekend off from playing as the winter storm ripped through Evansville, Indiana, and prevented the Aces and Salukis from competing, despite both teams being in the same town over the weekend. As frustrating as it is, it's time to move on. And tonight we do our best each and every night to paint the picture for a Saluki Nation, and especially in this spot, to set the scene for what the game means for Southern Illinois. Here's some transparency. It hasn't been easy to find different ways to relay the story this season because so much of it has run together and felt like a rerun. You, the fans, deserve way more than getting the same message from your crew. Yet in saying all that, it sparked what tonight does mean even more for Southern Illinois, a chance to show resiliency. There is no program immune right now from weathering in-season storms. They all take different shapes and sizes, and they always seem to come at times you least want them to pop up. And SIU is no question in multiple ways in the middle of that storm. 2-8 in their last 10 games after stacking 3 straight wins. Key players missing multiple different games. Scoring droughts have mounted, and tension, no question, has been felt. And even saying all of that, it truly can be as simple as one made shot, one bounce of the ball your way, and all those feelings can change in a hurry. Just ask the UIC Flames, who have now won 7 in a row after an 0-4 league start. The Dean of the Valley, the all-time winningest coach in Missouri Valley Conference history, Ben Jacobson, brings his UNI team in after they ended a 5-game losing skid in their last time out. Tonight, it's time for SIU to do that here in front of Saluki Nation and end their losing skid. It's the Northern Iowa Panthers taking on your Southern Illinois Salukis here inside Banterra Center. It's time for Saluki Basketball. With the Hall of Famer Rodney Watson, I am Luke Martin, Paxton Guy, back in our network studio as we are getting ready for Saluki Basketball here tonight. Coach Watson, we got to spend the weekend in your town, so, we just figured we got to make up some days.
It was good to have you there. It was good to see you leave, too, by the way, Luke, especially that you made it home safe. No, what a weird weekend.
It was a very weird weekend, and it hasn't officially been pushed out yet by the Missouri Valley Conference, but that game has already been rescheduled. Sunday, March 1st at 3 o'clock at the Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana. That's when that game will get made up, so at least now there's no more mystery of how are you going to deal with that, et cetera. We're going to ask Coach Nagy about it, and he's pretty transparent about his frustration about the weekend. But, Coach Watson, you're a team right now that's lost 4 in a row. You're searching for anything to try to go your way. The least of your worries right now is a game that didn't get played this weekend. You got to move on here to Northern Iowa here tonight.
Yeah, but one last thing about that game, in all reality, remember how we talked about having a week off, actually 8 days off, or maybe 9 if you play Friday, having that long stretch where you don't play. Now Southern's got a game just put in there beautifully at whatever time they play on that Sunday. So that can really be good, and let's just hope that Southern finds fire and we get on a streak, and all of a sudden now you have a game on Wednesday, a game on Sunday, and then regardless of whether you play Thursday or Friday, you're playing your best basketball.
I don't want to overstate this, and we went deep in detail of it on our podcast as well, but you hope maybe this past weekend in a way could be and turn into a blessing. And what I mean by that is, one, it gives extra time for a guy like Calron House. He's going to be available tonight. He will not start the game, but he is going to be available off of Southern's bench and play. We'll see how many minutes he actually gets. And then it got the guys in a hotel where they're surrounded by each other. They're only around each other for that time, and they talk about so much how they really enjoy one another's company. Me, in a way, a weekend kind of away with your group on the road, kind of just yourselves. maybe in some way, shape, or form, that could turn into be one of the biggest blessings that you look back on towards the end of the year.
We're going to call it the January retreat of 2026 and how it changed Southern around. And you never know. Honestly, we're kind of kidding, but we're really not. Your point, You're not kidding. You might be surprised when you look at weird little things like crazy as it sounds. Coach Weber, we were in a funk, man, that first year or two, whichever one, and he breaks out the night before playing Steve Alford's team, who goes on to the Sweet 16. Coach breaks out the wiffle ball bat and balls the night before, and I thought, we're getting smoked by 40 tomorrow. And we beat those dudes, and we played some of our best basketball.
Let's get to tonight's opponent in the Northern Iowa Panthers, which is for our first Southern Bank first impressions of UNI. First Southern Bank, local people, local decisions, community banking at its best. They were riding a 5-game losing skid, Coach Watson, and a lot of that, which we'll hear from head coach Pitt Jacobson later on the show, Tristan Smith, who's been out for them and has been a key fixture for them. He's been out during that whole time, but man, they figured it out. They put 81 points. I mean, this is a Northern Iowa team that plays almost the fewest possessions in the country, and for them to score 81, one that showed they can change their tempo when they want to go a little bit quick, and they proved that over the weekend against Murray State.
They posted some strong numbers against Murray State, a team that's extremely talented. And no, the Northern Iowa team, they've got it in them, and we'll see what happens with Smith, and just like Southern's going to see what happens with Kelron. But everybody needs to start getting their guys back and start getting locked in and hopefully get through this cold winter stretch. And when a slight hint of springtime hits, maybe we'll start playing some great basketball.
In this game, you look at recent games for SIU, it's not been a surprise that Southern's done a good job against really some of the key players. You know, when you look at Owen Deese from Valpo last week, Tyler Lumblade, a great example, held scoreless against Belmont in this building. But it's been the reserves, it's been the bench, it's been guys who may not be extremely high up on that scouting report that have really hurt SIU in recent weeks. Tonight, again, Trey Campbell, he's going to be up there on that scouting report. Guys like Ben Schweiger are going to be up there, but you really can ill afford guys like Diouf to knock down some outside shots. Will Hornseth, who's starting to play a little bit better in his back-to-back games. Kyle Polk is a guy who has shown the ability to make outside shots, just hasn't done it consistently enough. Tonight could really be, Coach Watson, a key night in whose bench is better. Could really indicate who wins this game.
You're talking about guys like R.J. Taylor that Coach will talk to us about, and he spoke with us on the podcast, and Hutchins, another young player that we can't be saying their names tonight for this to be a good night for Southern, but no doubt about it, Southern's bench has really got to come to life, and they've got to have good, strong production. And you know why I say that? Because they can, and they've shown it. It's not like we're hoping for something that's not there. This is a good bunch. We got to really see Davion Sykes get going again, and regardless of what's happened with all that deal, but Davion's got to be a starter playing in whatever minutes he's out there.
You look at this SIU team coming in. Jalen Haynes, he's the star of the last 2 games, Coach Watson. He's averaging 13 points per game over the last 5. He has really elevated his play over the last 2 games, having the start. But it's obviously impacted Southern's bench as well the last couple of games. But what are going to be keys for guys like Jalen to keep raising that bar now that he's in that starting role here tonight?
Keep it simple, and don't think that because you've got 22 in the game before last that's something you've got to do. That number doesn't matter. That what matters is taking care of the basketball, running the team, making entry passes, creating spacing, being solid on the defensive end, staying on the court without having fouls that aren't significant. That's what keeps young guys going. It's what keeps veterans going on the floor. Certainly in Jalen's case, he is no longer a freshman. He's anything but a freshman. He's got to really play like an upperclassman, and that is keeping it simple.
And for SIU, what's going to be key, I think, again tonight, which Northern Iowa has been prone to this as well. You look at their 9 league games, 8 of the 9, they've had a scoring drought of almost 3 minutes or more. 11 different droughts have happened. Valpo, they had one over 6 minutes. Belmont was the final 3 minutes of regulation here, and Drake was in the final 2 minutes when they were able to start to push away and come back late against SIU. That's got to be a big factor tonight is, one, can Southern execute and not have those long droughts that we have seen here over the last couple of weeks.
Recognition of where guys are having success from game to game. You typically, having the ability to practice every day since June till now and certainly throughout the season, where guys do things. But in a game, man, like, for instance, against Drake, Mayo got really hot going downhill. When he's hot, the ball needs to find his hands. When Rollins has got himself in a situation where he gets somebody on the back, man, get him the ball in those spots he likes, or whoever the person would be. Southern's got to make sure they know in game where the mismatches, where the opportunity for success are happening.
Those were our First Southern Bank first impressions of tonight's game and opponent in Northern Iowa. First Southern Bank proudly offers Kasasa checking. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. We got plenty coming up here on the IBEW Nika pregame show when we come back, as it's Salukis and Panthers tonight from Banterra. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Intertape Polymer Group and SIU Athletics are sticking together to make a positive impact in Southern Illinois. IPG provides a culture of developing its employees and routinely promotes internally, allowing you to envision a long and rewarding career in packaging and industrial products made right here in Carbondale. If you're looking for a great place to work that is committed to safety and the growth of its valued employees, families, and communities, then IPG is for you. Reach out to join the IPG team at itape.com or through social media outlets. #ITape with IPG.
Cheering on the Salukis? Make your stay a winning one at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Conference Center in Carbondale. Soon to be Holiday Inn Express. Just minutes from campus, you'll love the fresh new rooms, modern amenities, and welcoming atmosphere. The Holiday Inn Carbondale are proud partners of SIU Athletics and the preferred hotel for Saluki fans, families, and teams. Book your stay today at holidayinn.com/CarbondaleIL. Holiday Inn Carbondale. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay relaxed.
Situated in the flowing hills and grand terrain of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a memorable golf experience awaits. It's Dalhousie Golf Club. For over 20 years, Dalhousie has set the standard for golf in Missouri and beyond. Historically voted as the #1 golf experience in the state and serving as host to numerous golf championships, Dalhousie is a special place. A limited number of affordable local, national, and social memberships are presently available. Contact John Oliver at 573-979-2912 to learn how you can become a member of Dalhousie Golf Club. That's John Oliver, 573-979-2912.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
I want to thank Darion Reddick for joining us on the IBEW Nika pregame show. Coach, thanks for doing this. Crazy weather, everything coming up. Before we get into the Aces, I'd like to ask you about an important role that I understand you play, and that's substituting during the games. What is your role and what goes into it?
It's a lot that goes behind it, depending on how deep you want to dive into it. Mainly it's a field thing. I know some places, some staffs, they go into numbers about what lineup plays better with who, but it also depends on who you're playing against. You know, certain matchups, who's out there, who's playing well, who plays well together. So it's a lot that goes into it. And also one that can't be accounted for is guys asking for a sub. You know what I mean? If you're playing very hard and a guy tugs on his shirt, I need a sub. You know, you get him out of there and try to get him back in as quick as possible. So to me, I go off a feel, kind of just the eye test and see who's playing well, what matchups we looking for. So it's a lot of ways you could skin the cat, but, you know, for us, it's more about feel and matchups. We do defensive subs mainly.
Coach, are you telling me that in the last minute of the game, you're dictating who's in the game?
When it gets to crunch time, I would say it's a collective thing. I know at Belmont, Hawk runs our defense. So if it's a possession where we need to stop and he has a defense that he wants to run, you know, he'll say, hey, you get him, you know, for defense. But if it's flipped where we may need to score and, you know, Kelron's not in, hey, get Kelron in real quick. So it's all about a field thing. You know, if we need to stop, we'll probably put our best defenders out there that match up well with the Aces. If we need to score, we'll put our best, you know, offensive guys out there to get a score against the Aces.
Where do your eyes go on the stat sheet at timeouts and involving this substitution role?
That's a tough one because everybody looks at the plus-minus numbers, you know, which I think have some value to it, but it's also about just who you out there with. And, you know, I know Mayo is one of our biggest plus-minus guys, but, you know, it may be a time where we keep Mayo in with the bench and, the bench goes on a run and then his plus-minus numbers go down. But it's just weird with the plus-minus. So we're big on turnovers, right? We want to limit our turnovers, and also I say rebounding. So, we look at our forwards. So if we got Max in there, Rollins and Prince and Sykes, and they've played, 8 to 10 minutes and they have 1 or 2 rebounds, they're not doing the job. And also from the guard perspective, if you're in there, 8, 10 minutes and you got, 0 assists, 2 turnovers, so it's okay. We gotta switch something up. So plus minus plays a factor, but also I say rebounding and turnovers.
All right, let's go to one specific situation this year. It's the one that a lot of people talk about. And Drake game, Moreno's playing well. Why did you have him in on the defensive end? Why did you have him on the offensive end when you knew he was going to get fouled the second time they fouled him after the first one?
Yeah, so if people go back and watch the game, I don't know how often people do, but Jorge was in the game obviously because he's one of our highest efficient offensive players. He shoots 60% from the field, so he also hit where we trust him with the ball as far as making decisions on our offense. He can throw a back cut. He makes good decisions. But also, Jorge got fouled the first time, and if you look on the film, Rollins came right in, right? It was a 1-and-1. Rollins came right in. But unfortunately for us, Jorge made the first one and missed the second free throw, right? So then he can't get subbed out. So we go back down again, we get a stop, and then they foul again. So we could have called a timeout, potentially get him out, but Rollins was at the table ready to check in for a good 2-minute stretch where we never got a dead ball. So Jorge was supposed to be subbed out after the first free throw, but, the basketball guys don't work in our favor sometimes, and he had to play.
That's Darren Reddick. You're listening to Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
The roar of the crowd. Buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki Basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full-court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
When you play sports, you know the importance of teamwork. I'm Michaela Coburn, and I play for SIU Saluki Women's Softball. I'm also a Banterra customer because they are a great team player for our communities, and they are making banking easy. With Banterra, I was able to open my account online, and with their mobile app, I can manage my money on my time. Plus, with the Saluki Visa debit card, I know my purchases support SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Era Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to Mediacom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie Classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
Cheering on the Salukis? Make your stay a winning one at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Conference Center in Carbondale. Soon to be Holiday Inn Express. Just minutes from campus, you'll love the fresh new rooms, modern amenities, and welcoming atmosphere. The Holiday Inn Carbondale are proud partners of SIU Athletics and the preferred hotel for Saluki fans, families, and teams. Book your stay today at holidayinn.com/CarbondaleIL. Holiday Inn Carbondale. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay relaxed.
Earlier this week on the Saluki Radio Basketball Podcast, we were able to catch up with Northern Iowa head coach Ben Jacobson. And we asked Coach Jake, heading into this game tonight, can he tell by watching film how close this Saluki team is to flipping the script and getting some wins to come here in Carbondale?
Yeah, and some of what I would talk about is back to where we started, right? Having your roster. You have one or two or three obviously really starts to, but even one or two, like, for us, we were without RJ and Max, so Benny is now the backup point, right? So he's not getting practice reps at that small forward spot, where we need him to be getting reps and continuing to build our team. We got to spend that period of time at the backup point. Okay, so we get Max and RJ back, then Tristan goes out. So now Benny is basically he's starting at what would be the 4. He's still playing as a perimeter player, right, doing what he does, but now he's got to learn some plays from the 4, right? So I think it's easy or maybe just human nature that when fans see it, right, they don't think about what it does to practice. And they don't think about what it does to a guy who's got to learn different plays, same plays from a different position, right? So that's one, right, having all of your guys. And I know that there's been some of that. And then 2, the close games, right? And like I said, sometimes you find a way to win them. Sometimes you get a little bit lucky and you make an open shot and the other team misses an open shot, right? And there's lots of in between there, but it isn't always that our team just didn't finish it, right? Sometimes it just happens to go that way. And so close on that front. And then, the Valpo game I think is a really good example. As I talked about, that you slow start. Valpo's at home, and they've played good basketball, and one that looks like they're going to run away and get 20, 25-point win. And there is a really good chance if 2 plays go different at about the 8-minute mark, that thing may be a one-possession game going down the stretch. That, to me, speaks as much as anything to 2 things. One, the team is very close in terms of winning an individual game or going on a run. And the other is the guy who's coaching them and the staff, the head coach that you guys got. Coach Nagy's as good as it gets. And his consistency, you don't come back in that Valpo game and make it you give yourself a chance if the guy who's leading the charge, he doesn't have all the he's a great coach and a ton of consistency, and you can see that with the physicality and how hard guys play, and then just staying in there in a game like that Valpo one when it doesn't look good. Like, that's coaching.
You can download that podcast as well as all of our others on the Saluki Royalty Podcast Network. Mike Trout, he's got daily podcasts right now coming out with Saluki softball as they get ready for their season. Again, all those can be found on the Saluki Royalty Podcast Network. You can also watch them. Just search on YouTube, SIU Salukis. We'll take a timeout. When we return, Paxton Guy has that scoreboard update. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Conveniently located in the heart of Southern Illinois lies Rend Lake Golf Resort, the region's only 27-hole public golf course with 5 sets of tees, expansive greens, driving range, and on-site PGA instruction. Rend Lake Golf Resort is perfect for golfers of all skill levels. Looking for stay-and-play packages? Check out Rend Lake Golf Resort's on-site lodging, condos, and cabins. After your round, relax with friends and family and enjoy a meal on-site at Seasons Restaurant. To learn more, visit us at RendLakeGolfResort.com. Rend Lake Golf Resort, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Southern Illinois has a new place to party it up or wind down. Introducing Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. With 22,000 square feet and a full kitchen, they have everything you need to make the most of your lunch, dinner, or night out. Burgers, wings, and barbecue are their speciality. It's the all-new Southpaw Bar and Grill. Check them out on Facebook or find them at the corner of Route 127 and the Ava Blacktop. Now open Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to midnight and 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Southpaw Bar and Grill, the official Saluki watch party destination of Murfreesboro.
Paxton Guy back on the IBEW Nika pregame show. It's SIU and Northern Iowa tonight. It's the earliest of the 4 Valley games on the schedule tonight. Tipping off at 6:30 in Des Moines. We presume that Evansville made the trip to the Knapp Center. They're taking on Drake tonight. Aces 1-8 in the league. Bulldogs 5-5. Tonight at 7, it's Belmont at Valparaiso. Bruins 8-2. Beacons 4-5 and playing much better of late. At 8 o'clock, it's 6-4 Illinois State. At 8-2 Murray State as the Racers will try to start a new win streak. Top 25, light night there. Number 25, St. John's and Butler lock up in the Big East. That's at 6. Big 12 tonight. Number 10, Houston is at TCU. And later tonight in the SEC, it's number 19, Florida at South Carolina. When we return on the IBEW Nika pregame show, we'll scout the Panthers with Saluki assistant Tay Gibbs. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some not so good. It's why your State Farm agent is there with good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates for everyone. Yep, that's right. At State Farm, you get the great service and great rates with every policy, so you can be prepared for all of life's surprises. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. Applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. When you want a great deal, call State Farm agent Dave Anderson in Heron or Bob Barr in Carbondale today.
A Saluki tradition since 1896. The SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials, join us in events, and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
We all like new stuff. A new car, a new house, even a new big screen TV. The looks, smell, and feel of something new. If you love new, then you'll love Newbie's Pizza in Carbondale. That's why they handcraft each order to your specific detail and desire. Think about Newbie's Pizza at 830 East Walnut Street in Carbondale. Visit NEWBYSPIZZA.com. Newbie's Pizza, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
The Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union 1, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
You work hard to keep your car running and your home safe, so it makes sense to keep them protected with a company that has your interests at the heart of what they do. That's why turning to Country Financial for car and home insurance is an easy choice. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families like yours for 100 years. That's the kind of stability you can trust. Our dedicated reps live and work right in your community and are ready to connect with you to get insurance that fits your needs. Get more for your car and home insurance at countryfinancial.com.
Welcome back to the IBEW NICA pregame show. Tay Gibbs has the Northern Iowa scout coach. This is a really complicated game coming off the conditions of not playing. How was the preparation, getting your guys ready to go?
Well, the preparation was actually easier than we thought, just because how, anxious and excited our guys were, to play yesterday. They didn't get the chance. Thought we would play today, but those guys are ready to get back on the court and to compete, and no better spot to compete at home in front of our own fans. But our guys are excited.
Northern Iowa is a program that all of us respect. Coach Jacobson has done such a great job in his 20 seasons there as head coach. An area that really sticks out is their ability to guard the three-point line. What are they doing so well to hold their conference opponents under 25% in three-point shooting?
Just watching film, I would say that the biggest thing with those guys is you can tell that their main focus is to keep the ball in front. That they're going under some screens, and they do a great job of contesting the three-point attempts that they do give up. That they have bigger guards with Bond at 6'5", 6'6", and then you have Schwieger as well guarding some of the perimeter guys at 6'8". So they have a lot of length. So when they do contest those three-point shots by keeping the ball in front, having those bigger guards it's almost a nightmare for their competition. So I would say that they are, focusing on keeping the ball in front, but also daring guys to shoot these threes that they are giving up.
And speaking to Coach Jacobson, one part of their program that they take a lot of pride in, feel like it's really their strength, is their defensive rebounding. Again, much to what your point was about keeping their guy in front, making sure that to prevent a team like Southern Illinois, whose strength, in my opinion, is offensive rebounding.
Yep.
How much of a clash will that be among your two teams?
Oh, it's definitely going to be a clash. We emphasize offensive rebound on our end, and you can tell with those guys they want one shot and to have one shot only. So for us, we want to continue to keep our possession going by offensive rebounds. They have the size, like I mentioned, with Bondman on the wing at 6'5", 6'6", Schwieger 6'8", Hornstetter, he's around 6'8", 6'9", so they have the the versatility within their forwards to continue to have one shot on their possession. But we also have the side that matches up with those guys as well.
Senior guard Trey Campbell leads Northern Iowa in scoring. He seems to be the piece that when he goes, they go.
Oh, correct. He also probably had one of his best games of the season last game against Murray. See what those guys did offensively when he's going. When he's going and he's playing well on the offensive end, this team is hard to guard. He can shoot it well. He's crafty off ball screens. He knows how to hold and probe his defender coming off ball screens. We call him a three-level scorer. He can really shoot it, quick release, 6'4", bigger guard. But when he's going, I think they're really, really talented, really hard to beat. And as of lately, he's been playing pretty well for those guys.
What will be key for the Salukis to score?
The key for us is to attack and to continue to attack downhill. They want to keep things out in front. So if they want to play us, I would say pretty loosely on the perimeter, it's to set deeper ball screens, set deeper dribble handoffs, and to continue to attack these guys at the rim and take our time and make the right reads at the rim as well. And if we, have misses, continue to extend those possessions by offensive rebounds.
That's Tate Gibbs, and you're listening to Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Your driveway is the gateway to your home. Don't trust just any business to do the job. Come to E.T. Simons, where our professionally trained and experienced staff will handle all of your paving needs. E.T. Simons is a Southern Illinois-based company who is an industry leader in the Southern Illinois construction industry. With over 75 years of experience, we service everything from commercial, industrial, governmental, and residential customers. E.T. Simons, paving the way to customer satisfaction since 1946.
I'm Damian Mayo Jr., and I'm proud to represent Southern Illinois when playing for Saluki men's basketball. It's important to me to give back to this region. That's important to Banter Bank also, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to be a customer. They support their communities, and with their mobile app, I can bank on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banter Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
The Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union 1, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
Coach Nagy pregame here against the Northern Iowa Panthers. Coach, I know obviously this past weekend was not ideal for anybody. How have you tried to make sure that the stuff that your team couldn't control doesn't affect you as you get here ready for Northern Iowa tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we just haven't spent any time talking about it. It's just figuring out when we're going to make that game up. It could work out in our favor later in the year. So it's you just move on. Don't make a big deal out of it. It's just frustrating that, we went over there and there wasn't any surprise in terms of what snow we were going to get. Everybody knew what was coming. And, we said if we come, we want to make sure we play the game. And we didn't. And, everybody else in the nation got it figured out one way or the other. And this is the one instance where it didn't.
No, that was a huge frustration for your guys, but, we were talking about it heading into the game of I know this stretch is not where you guys want it in terms of win or loss, but, man, your defense over this stretch really hasn't faded. What has it said about your defense during this stretch and where you guys continue to get better on that side of the ball?
That's obviously where we want to be the best because we know that takes the most effort. And so we're proud of that. We think that that'll carry us. Yeah, our offense has been a bit of a mess. We're not shooting the ball great, and you have to be able to do both. You can't just be really good defensively, and we're trying to use our defense to let it turn into some points for us offensively as well. So Coach Hawk's done a really good job with the defense and keeping people off balance and getting our guys to play hard.
One of the things I really appreciate about you in our 2 years together is you're not an excuse guy. Whether guys are out, missing, your expectations to win the game, but knowing that Q's being out has really hurt your group, and also Isaiah from a bench perspective. How have you tried the balance of wanting to get your team over the hump, but knowing also you have been without some key pieces during this stretch?
Yeah, there's nothing I'm trying, and like you say, it just is we pay attention to the guys that are going, the availability. We talk about all these kinds of abilities. Availability is maybe the most important ability, and sometimes you can control that, and sometimes you can't. And if players have an opportunity to control that and don't, that's a problem. I don't think that's the case in this situation. So, but my focus has to go directly to the guys that are going to play, and I think there's a good chance that Q will play tonight, and so that will help us in terms of getting him back. He hasn't been in a lot of the practices, and so we want to make sure that we do it correctly. We don't want because we'd like to have him at the end of the year, but we don't. We also don't think that he can injure it anymore. It's just some soreness, and so it's time for him to get playing.
No doubt that's impacted your bench. Jalen Haynes has come from the bench and started for you and has played really spectacular. What are areas that you're continuing to push him as a young guy of how big of a role he can keep playing for your team?
Well, you're right. That really losing Q hasn't necessarily hurt our starting lineup, but it has really hurt our bench because of not being able to bring Jalen off the bench. And so bringing Q off the bench tonight will help us a lot in terms of giving us a punch and being able to play with the pace we want to play with. But, we were just talking about today, Jalen's a puppy. I mean, he's excitable, he's emotional, he's all those things. And some of that you love because, he brings good energy every day. He's always smiling, those kind of things. But we also need him, to turn into a dog. And he's working hard on that. He's made big strides. He sees himself a lot differently now that he's in the starting lineup, and he's played that way.
You've wanted your guards to have more of an impact in rebounding that just can't be on your bigs. How has Damian Mayo really set that tone? I believe 11 offensive rebounds here over the last 5 games for Mayo.
Yeah, and I'd like him to get more. He's a good offensive rebounder, and but he gives us everything he has for sure. But it's even more so. The defensive rebound we need our guards more involved with. Our ones and twos need to be getting 4 or 5 rebounds a game because our bigger people are doing what they're supposed to do, which is keep their guy from getting the ball. And so we're working a lot at it. Just fundamentally, we're not a great defensive rebounding team. We don't do a great job of blocking out. That's been a frustration because defensively, you look at our first shot defense has been tremendous. But we've just given up way too many offensive rebounds. Now, you go back to the last game, the Valpo game, which is a tremendous rebounding team. We held them to 4, I think, offensive rebounds. And UNI is not a big offensive rebound team. They generally send 1 guy, sometimes 2, but they, it's hard to score on them because they get back in transition.
When we return here on the IBEW Nika pregame show, we continue our 2-part conversation with the head coach, Scott Nagy. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Southern Illinois, during every season, what matters most is having a team you can depend on. A cancer diagnosis means it's time to lean on professionals with the expertise in personalized plays to guide you forward one powerful step at a time. Your home team is here. SIH Cancer Institute, advancing care for our communities. Learn more at sih.net/cancer.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to MediaCom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
Situated in the flowing hills and grand terrain of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a memorable golf experience awaits. It's Dalhousie Golf Club. For over 20 years, Dalhousie has set the standard for golf in Missouri and beyond. Historically voted as the #1 golf experience in the state and serving as host to numerous golf championships, Dalhousie is a special place. A limited number of affordable local, national, and social memberships are presently available. Contact John Oliver at 573-979-2912 to learn how you can become a member of Dalhousie Golf Club. That's John Oliver, 573-979-2912.
SIU Credit Union knows what it means to be a part of a team. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, community is what it's all about. They're not just here for your financial needs, they're here to give back, because people helping people is at the heart of everything they do. You can join SIU-CU if you live or work in one of the lower 24 counties in Southern Illinois. That's right, if you're a Saluki fan, you can be a part of their team too. Learn more at siucu.org. SIU Credit Union, your financial home team. Membership required. Insured by NCUA.
A Saluki tradition since 1896. The SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in events and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Let's look towards Northern Iowa tonight. One of the teams that plays in terms of slowest pace in the country, almost very similar to how Drake was a year ago. How would you compare, contrast how Jake's team in terms of pace plays this year to how Drake was last year in terms of not a lot of possessions in the game, right around, I think, 61 per game?
Yeah, and I think that'll change. If you even look at their last game, it's changed a little bit. I think they were frustrated with the amount of points they put up at Valpo. They go back home, they play Murray, and I think there were 65 possessions in that game. So they're trying to give their guys a little more freedom because they know they need the points. At some point you just can't be great defensively. You got to be able to put, like we said, put points on the board. And so I think that they'll give their guys a little more freedom to play with a little more pace. But you just can't. You really don't spend any time worrying about that. You just try to do what you do, and it's much easier to control the pace of a game from the offensive side than is the defensive side. They do a good job of it, but offensively it's been a struggle for them too, and they've not shot the ball like they probably thought they wanted to. We haven't. It could end up being a rock fight tonight. We don't know.
You brought up their defense. It's been outstanding. I mean, specifically their three-point defense. I believe in league, they're holding teams around 24%. Again, that's not a strength of your team. How do you expect them to really defend you when taking the three has been such a big part of their defense, especially in the league?
I really don't know. I think it's, hard to make those big adjustments. Most people have really packed it in on us. I would say Murray is probably one of those teams that doesn't do that. They try to take away the three. And so, Jake's pretty smart. I think they're going to go under a lot of ball screens. I think they'll be way in on a lot of that stuff. And so, we've got to be patient too. And so it's not only offensively they control the pace of the game, but defensively, they don't really give you anything easy. They make you take contested jumpers, and so you have to work a little bit harder to get great shots.
We talked about playing smart so many times in our conversations. The biggest sign in this game with how UNI is that will tell you if your team's playing smarter tonight.
I think our field goal percentage, are we taking good shots? If we don't take care of the ball, then that would be a problem. But they don't force a lot of turnovers. We need to really, really work hard to get great shots, and that'll turn into good field goal percentage. And so that's a pretty important piece for me tonight.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll catch up with you after the game.
Okay, thanks.
Once again, that was head coach Scott Nagy. Starting lineups are next. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your life? Sean Daly at Guild Mortgage has you covered. With hundreds of loan products, including specialized programs for first-time homebuyers, military families, and rural residents, we've got the perfect fit for you. Guild Mortgage. Own what matters. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, Company NMLS 3274. Sean Daly, NMLS 1536006. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Saluki fans, accuracy and timing matter on the court, and they matter in surgery too. At SIH, our surgeons use advanced robotic-assisted technology for more precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery, so you can get back to cheering on your Salukis. Trust the team that treats every procedure like a game-winning play. SIH, advancing care because it's personal. Learn more at sih.net/robotics.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to Mediacom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
Saluki Nation, it's time to introduce you to tonight's starters against the Northern Iowa Panthers here inside Banterra Center, which are presented by Shelter Insurance. Rollins has it for SIU, beats Tornado to the rack, got the bucket and the foul. Rollins a league bay with a big scream and yell as he bangs that maroon jersey.
Rollins league bay, a.k.a. Rollo, forward, sophomore, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Mini High Academy.
Haynes to his left. Haynes, Cheney, guarding him, eye on his hip, attacks him all the way to the rack, high off the glass for 2. Jalen Haynes and SIU, they've come back. At least they've got the single digits.
Jalen Haynes, guard, freshman, Dallas, Texas, Hebron High School.
And Sykes comes near left arc. Steffi open for 3. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! It's about time Drew Steffi gets it to fall. 19-15, 9:20 to go in the opening half.
Drew Steffi, guard, sophomore, Frisco, Texas, Frisco Memorial.
Mayo near corner three on its way, and in. Damian Mayo knocks in his first three of the game. He's got 5 points as confetti goes into the north end of those bleachers in Banterra.
Damian Mayo Jr., guard, senior, St. Louis, Missouri, League Academy prep.
Haynes one-hands it back to Steffi. Steffi bounced past the Prince, takes his man on and laid it in. Prince of League Bay, he's got 5 points now in the game. His first field goal in the second half, 43-28.
Prince of League Bay, forward, senior, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Minnehaha Academy.
This concludes the IBEW Nika pregame show. When we come back, it will be time for tip-off here from Banterra as it's the UNI Panthers taking on your Southern Illinois Salukis. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
If your old car is so ugly, dogs won't tinkle on the tires. If you have to dance naked in the moonlight and light a candle to make it start. If it just isn't the car you want it to be, Vic Koenig Chevrolet will give you a big bucket full of cash for it. No dancing necessary. Vic Koenig Chevrolet will buy your car, truck, or SUV, whether you buy one of ours or not. We'll pay you more than you ever thought you could get. And we'll put you behind the wheel of a newer, nicer ride that actually starts every single time. Vic Koenig has a huge selection of reliable pre-owned vehicles in stock now and dozens of new Chevrolets on their way to Carbondale as we speak. But I promise you, they'll be sold before they ever hit the state line. Hurry in to Vic Koenig Chevrolet and call dibs. Vic Koenig Chevrolet in Carbondale, home of the world-famous SIU Salukis. VicKoenig.com on approved credit.
Turn it up. It's game time. It's time for Saluki Basketball on the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield.
Middle of the lane, goes up, lot of contact, off the glass, bucket, and the foul! The heat check three, bullseye! He's wide open, far corner three, yes sir! About 8-second differential, he's going full throttle, to the rack and he dunked it! Oh my! Catch and shoot three on its way, bullseye! Massive three for the senior, hoists it up with 2, short with 1, Southern wins! Southern wins! SIU!
Saluki Basketball is brought to you by Shelter Insurance for auto, home, and life coverage that goes the distance. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds.
Southern will knock off top 25 Indiana State 74-69.
The tip is moments away. Now with a call of the game, here is the voice of the Salukis, Luke Martin.
The starting lineups are brought to you by Shelter Insurance. Max Weisbrod, he earns the start. He's senior. It's going to be his 15th start for UNI out of DeForest, Wisconsin. Trey Campbell, another senior guard, 6'4", 195-pounder from Cedar Falls, Iowa. Ben Schweiger, guard and a forward, 6'8", 220-pound from Aurora, Illinois. And then Will Hornseth, a sophomore forward, 235-pounder from the state of Wisconsin as well. He's coming off 14 points in that win against Murray State. And then Leon Bond III scored 16 points in the win against Murray State over the weekend. He's the leading rebounder in Valley play for UNI. He transferred in last year by way of Virginia. Bond, Hornseth, Schweiger, Campbell, Weisbrod are the starting five for UNI as Ben Jacobson in his 20th season as the head coach at UNI, record of 387 and 253. Starters for SIU, you've already heard them a segment ago. Again, brought to you by Shelter Insurance. Rollins Oligbe, his brother Prince Oligbe. Rollins a sophomore, Prince a senior. Jalen Haynes, the freshman, earns his third consecutive start. Damian Mayo Jr. has started now in 17 games, counting this one tonight. Andrew Steffi starts in his 21st game this year. Him and Rollins Oligbe, the lone two, who have started in every game for SIU this season. Saluki's 8-12, 2-7 in the Missouri Valley. UNI 13-8, 5-5. They were 4-0 and leading the Missouri Valley Conference before a 5-game skid was ultimately snapped just over the weekend against Murray State. SIU, they will be in their home whites with Saluki spelled out in maroon and black trim. Maroon numerals on the front and back in black trim. UNI, they will be in their road purples with UNI spelled out on the front in white and yellow trim. Their names on the back spelled in white. Numerals on the back as well in white and yellow trim. Our officials tonight, Chris Passy, Antonio Petty, and Jeff Campbell. As both teams are breaking their huddles. There's Scott Nagy walked down his bench here to our right. He's got his black pullover on. Ben Jacobson, don't see him sit much in games. He stands tall in that purple pullover with his hands tucked right in his pockets as he paces right to left. It will be Hornseth and Rollins Oligbe who will jump here at center court. As right now it's just Tom Ackerman and Kevin Lehman who are holding us up on the television side as we are geared up and ready here inside Banterra. Man, Southern really wants to flip the script here in this building, Coach Watson. They are 5-10 in their last 15 home league games. And if you actually stretch it prior to that to the year prior, Southern 9-14 in their last 23 league games. For SIU to go on a run here, it's got to be done here at home.
No one wants to see Southern play their best basketball more than these 14 guys in the white uniforms. These guys are ready to really start letting it click, and it's that time of year. It's just a matter of breakout, folks. This team has got what it takes to get going and get on a big streak.
Mike Kern gives the thumbs up for the second horn. Antonio Petty in between Oligbe and Hornseth, and it is won by Schweiger and UNI. Trey Campbell with that long white leg sleeve underneath that purple jersey short. Has it at the midcourt dog logo in maroon. It's high left wing, guarded by Rollins Oligbe. Attacks him to the rack and beat him for a lay-in. Rollins got switched off on the Trey Campbell, and Trey Campbell picks up where he left off. 27 points in that win against Murray State on Saturday. SIU with the ball, trailing 2-0. Rollins looking for his brother on the low left block. Reversed out to the Saluki dog nose in maroon. Damian Mayo, the freshman Jalen Haynes. Hands off Drew Steffi. Around the arc they go. Near left corner, Damian Mayo drives his way in. Left of those maroon hashes. Low left block. Rollins hook shot. Rolled around and down. Rollins Oligbe as that confetti pops on the first made shot into the dog pound. And it's tie game at 2. 50 seconds in. 19-10 on that clock as Trey Campbell picked up by the freshman Jalen Haynes. Haynes in that white Under Armour headband, pressures him with his right hand on his hip. Schweiger high on that near arc, goes to Campbell, top of the circle, Hornseth. Hornseth and UNI, the fewest possessions in the country and in the league. Leon Bond on that left wing, goes high atop the Hornseth, ball deflected by Rollins, goes back into the chest of Weisbrod. Now it's Schweiger around his man, low left block and an easy lay-in. Schweiger makes it 4-2, UNI, 18:40 to go. SIU with the ball coming down quickly. Jalen Haynes high on that near left wing. Hands off with Damian Mayo. To his right, Prince Oligbe. Prince looking for Drew Steffi on the back door on the baseline right. Haynes gets all the way to the rack. His left-handed floater can't go. Mayo with an offensive board. Put back can't fall. And they're going to call a jump ball. And it's going to be Saluki basketball. Possession arrow. Saluki fans and yours included want a foul.
Southern's going to that rim. That's a good sign.
Haynes, baseline left, finds Prince Bay, low left corner. Prince lowers his shoulder in at the hashes, into the paint. Fronts up on Schweiger. Back out Steffi. Catches on that Saluki dog eye. To his right, Jalen Haynes. Haynes baseline right. Gets all the way to the rack. Man fell down in Campbell. Ball is loose on the floor, and it's ripped away by Leon Bond and UNI. UNI leads it 4-2 at the ball. Bond to the rack. Takes on Drew Steffi. Nearly traveled. Campbell's three on its way. Well short. Grazed the left side of the rim. And SIU comes down as Scott Nagy frustrated with the offense right now for SIU. Damian Mayo, baseline right, gets turned away by Campbell. One hand's out to Steffi, corrals at his shoulders. Steffi in the high post, to his right, open three. Damian Mayo off the back of the lid and rolls off the front to Schweiger and UNI. Weisbrod in transition, the left-hand hip-high dribble, attacks into the high post. Inside that near arc is Hornstedt. Lowers his shoulder in on Drew Steffi in front of SIU's bench. Low right block, they come the trap. Outside Bond, extra pass, Weisbrod in the low short corner, it's Schweiger. Schweiger attacking Prince Bay with a hip-high dribble. Spinning his way into his chest. Shoves his way off. Back outside Campbell with 7. Now 5 on the shot clock. Bond catch and shoot 3 near arc on its way. Hit the side of the rim. Comes off to Jalen Haynes and SIU. 4-2 lead for UNI. 17-14 to go here in the first half. Haynes tried to angle his way left, back to Rollins at the top of the circle, to his right, Prince Bay rips his way, baseline right, underneath the basket left, come back, got stuffed by the bottom of the backboard. Battling for the loose ball was Rollins, and it's eventually Weisbrod. Up ahead, the Hornstedt, deflected by Mayo, nearly comes into Saluki radio as he tried to save it on the near sideline right. He bangs his hands in frustration on that scorer's table, as we'll stay with UNI. 23 on the shot clock for the Panthers, 16:56 on the game clock. They lead at 4-2. Schweiger finds Trey Campbell, walks his way in those Nike white sneakers at midcourt. Campbell tried to go right, goes back left to Schweiger. Up top, near side is Campbell. Hornstedt surveys the Saluki defense, lowers his shoulder in. Flinged it off Campbell, near wing. Campbell, ball deflected. Mayo can't get it. Off his shins, the Drew Steffi sideline left. 4-2 lead for UNI. SIU at the ball. Steffi was fouled, shot went up, and they're going to count it. And one for Drew Steffi. Gets his first made field goal of the game. Ties it up at 4 as that Saluki flag waves in the dog pound. He'll get an and one chance here at the line.
That was a defensive possession where the switching was working for Southern. It really took away some good angles for Northern Iowa. Southern got their hands on the ball. What a strong finish by Drew Steffi on the left side of the lane.
Steffi, who leads SIU in free throws made within league play. 21 of 31 in Valley play. Steffi eyes up at that free throw line. His first one's up and rims around off. Can't complete the three-point play. It's a tie game at 4. As Leon Bond sees pressure here momentarily by SIU. Still in the backcourt is Weisbrod. Overheads it near side Bond. Bond one-hand bounce past the Hornstedt, and Ron Zaligbe knocked it out of bounds. Good energy here early for SIU. Bond will inbound right in front of our bench. Here to the right as Chris Passy moves him over just a little bit more as he stands in front of Steve Hawkins and Tay Gibbs. Bond has it at his hip, that Wilson leather ball. Goes to his left, Trey Campbell. Tie game at 4. UNI with the ball. 16-20 to go first half. UNI trying to win back-to-back games. Hornstedt nearly had his pocket picked. Looks to his left. Outside Weisbrod. Weisbrod guarded by Ron Zaligbe. To his right, Bond. Bond got Mayo to fall down. Little roll off his hand went in, but an offensive goaltend. It'll wave off the basket. 16:08 to go. Tie game at 4.
Northern Iowa's a team that doesn't turn it over much, but they've got 3 turnovers in their first 7 possessions. Southern's being really active. Their switches are kind of off again, on again as far as being effective, but man, Southern is really trying to get their hands on the ball.
Only 9 turnovers a game for UNI. That is the best in the Valley, 6th best in the country. Jalen Haynes to his right, Drew Steffi tries to dive his way through. Near corner, Prince Bay goes baseline left, lowering his shoulder in on Schweiger. They nearly double team him. Spins, low left block, goes up, shot was blocked, and UNI corrals it. Tie game at 4. Here comes UNI. Next ball be immediate timeout. Ball deflected out of bounds. Man, a lot of deflections here early. That's a good sign for SIU. That brings us to our first media timeout, which is our Ameren, Illinois Energy Savings timeout. Tie game at 4. 15:44 left on that clock here in the first half. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Your driveway is the gateway to your home. Don't trust just any business to do the job. Come to E.T. Simons, where our professionally trained and experienced staff will handle all of your paving needs. E.T. Simons is a Southern Illinois-based company who is an industry leader in the Southern Illinois construction industry. With over 75 years of experience, we service everything from commercial, industrial, governmental, and residential customers. E.T. Simons, paving the way to customer satisfaction since 1946.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in an event and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Tonight's game sponsor is SI Roofing and Siding, with over 10 years of industry experience and the only roofing company in Southern Illinois that has a licensed public adjuster on staff, someone who works for you, not the insurance company, to help maximize your claim and get your roof replaced right. Back with the coach and Hall of Famer Ronnie Watson. I am Luke Martin here inside Banterra. Well, we kind of predicted about a rock fight here tonight between these two teams, which would not be abnormal. Cal Runhouse, who is available tonight, has yet to check into the game for SIU. As we come out of the timeout, it will still be the original starting five for the Salukis. But as you already mentioned, Coach Watson, our live stats only show Northern Iowa with one turnover so far in the game.
So they definitely have three.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So
a little slow on that part, but I really like the light. Well, stats say that as well, but anyway, I can name them if they want me to. The Southern's really playing with really good legs right now. You can tell their activeness has a lot to do with they've been well rested.
Tie game at 4. UNI with the basketball, right side of the half court. Hornseth bounce pass to Schweiger, Straley with 18 on the shot clock. Bond, Damian Mayo closing out on the near wing. Catch and shoot three. Wiseroad, top of the circle, just rolled off. Jalen Haynes skies for the board near that white Under Armour headband. He quickly prances down. Top of the circle behind the maroon arc. He'll fire his own three. Off to the right. Rebound off to Schweiger. Schweiger near sideline right. Risebro looking ahead down the court. Pulls up that basketball to his left. Schweiger. High left wing. Off to Trey Campbell. Campbell closed off by Jalen Haynes. Campbell to his right. Switched off on the Rowlands. Pulls up. Goes low post. Hornseth switched off on the lower. Mayo. Shot rolled around. Set on the back of the rim and comes off to SIU. Wow. SIU got a big break there. Drew Steffi high on that right arc. Tie game at 4. To his left. Bangs his way on Weisbrod. Near left corner, Damian Mayo out of UNI's bench. To his right, Cal Runhouse about to check into the game. Jalen Haynes, top of that circle. To his right, Rollins, a league back. Rollins in those bright teal blue sneakers, lost his dribble, and it's taken away by Campbell, and then a foul by Damian Mayo as Leon Bond had a breakaway dunk, but Mayo fouled him prior to it. It's going to be a foul. Damian Mayo, that's going to be his first. And it's the first team foul on SIU. Max Picard into the game. How about Jaheim Weber getting some run here early? Cal Runhouse is in. It's the first game for Jaheim Weber since he played 4 minutes against the Bradley Braves back in December.
We'll see if Southern continues to switch on all 5 guys like they've been doing this game. One thing on the offensive end, Southern's got to realize UNI's digging every time the ball goes to the floor.
Coach Jacobson, I think, won an intentional foul. That's what he's barking at Jeff Campbell. As Cal Runhouse guards Trey Campbell, gets switched off on the Jaheim Weber. Now it's Schweiger, top of the circle, near corner Steffi. Back outside the Schweiger. Now it's Trey Campbell. Attacks Jaheim Weber. Pulls up mid-range shot on its way and rims in. Trey Campbell gets his second made field goal of the game. He's got 4, and UNI leads at 6-4. Max Picard on the left bend of that arc. To his right, Jaheim Weber. Jaheim Weber in the high post trying to set a screen for House. Weber now looking back to his right, hands off Steffi. Steffi to his right, those pink Under Armour sneakers. Mid-range for the baseline, finds a leaping Calron House. House to the Valley, Texas the Maroon, sidesteps his way through, bangs off the back of the rim. Rebound to Schweiger and UNI. 6-4 lead for UNI. They have the basketball with under 14 minutes to go. Man, Schweiger just beat Max Picard easily, but his lay-in swirled around and off. Calron House, middle of the floor, through Panthers, threw it back to himself, but a traveling violation. As Q turns it over, 6-4 lead as Diouf comes into the game for the first time for UNI.
It's good to have House back in this game. He's got good energy for what he's been dealing with in the lower areas. So see how he does defensively. Southern's got to really be strong, get a shutout here after this turnover.
Gian Hutchins about to check in for UNI as right now Weisbrod on the main of that Saluki dog at midcourt. To his left, Schweiger. Schweiger pushed out by Max Picard. Straight away, Campbell. Now it's going to be Schweiger going all the way to the rack, dishes off to Udu. Now it's on near side. It's Weisbrod. Weisbrod in front of the basket at the Valley Techs, looking for a dump down low, but he goes back out. Trey Campbell, 7 on the shot clock. Bomb behind the arc with 5. To his right, low right block, went up with a shot and in. Leon Bond gets his first field goal of the game. He averages just at 12 per game for UNI. They've got 8 now. It's an 8-4 lead for the Panthers. SIU, they're 1 for 7, and here comes another scoring drought of 3+ minutes. It's their 12th of Valley season. Picard to his right, Drew Steffi. Steffi, high right elbow to the nail, rises, firing, and it goes down. Drew Steffi, he's got 4 of Southern's 6 points, 8-6 lead UNI.
Nice spot for Drew to find right in the middle, about a 12-footer in the middle of the lane. Good spot for him to score.
Weisbrod, dribbling hip high to his left, Schweiger. Diouf sets a screen for Campbell. Campbell looks for Diouf, goes back outside to his left, Schweiger. Schweiger finds Bond, hoists a rainbow arcing 3, swirled off. Diouf can't get the rebound, it's loose and goes out to Damian Mayo and SIU. Right to left come the Salukis. They trail 8-6. House in his return after missing the last 2 games. Mayo near the Saluki dog, teeth and white at midcourt. To his left, Drew Steffi at the Saluki dog nose. Picard 3 on the way, goes off to the right, rebound Trey Campbell. 8-6 lead, 12:15 to go. Go down low, it's Uduf. On that low left block, goes right back outside to Campbell. Bond gets a screen. Goes all the way to the right. Bond, man, it jiggles all the way off the rim. Rebound, Diouf battling for it. He's on the floor. Saves it to Campbell. Now near side is Bond. Bond spins, baseline right, and a foul on Calron House. It's going to be his second foul. But Max Picard was there to have a chance to get the rebound, but couldn't fight for it and win it. 11:54 on that clock. 8-6 lead for UNI. From jerseys, hats, and more, fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
The roar of the crowd. Buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki Basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full-court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mint is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mint. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back inside Banterra Center. 8-6 lead for UNI. Alongside the Hall of Famer Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin. Mid-South Ford Dealers, proud supporters of Saluki Athletics, a title sponsor of the Built Ford Tough, powered by Mediacom halftime show. UNI has the early advantage, and we're under 12 in a media timeout. 11:54 to go. It's an 8-6 lead for UNI.
It's a game being played in the paint, that's for sure. 6 paint points for both teams, and Southern's got to make sure that they really move their feet well. Looks like they're getting beat on the first dribble and the ball gets the lane. I'm sure the coaches are pointing that out in this timeout where they got to really get down the stance and take away that first dribble, that first what we call a big step. It's really allowing Northern Iowa to get in spots where Southern doesn't want to deal with.
8-6 lead for UNI. It's coming out of the timeout. It'll be House, Sykes, Weber, Mayo, and Steffi. For UNI, Weisbrod, Polk, Hutchins, Diouf, and Taylor are the 5 on the floor for UNI. Inbounding will be Weisbrod. Weisbrod looks for Diouf at the rim. Now he comes back near right, overheads at Diouf. He catches in front of Scott Nagy on the near side. Taylor with that left hand taped to his near right Diouf. Diouf all behind that maroon arc. Finds Hutchins, pitch it right back to Diouf. High left arc is Taylor. 10 on the shot clock. UNI with the ball, leading by 2. Weisbrod, top of the circle. Wanted that 3. Diouf hands off. No, he fakes the handoff. Diouf now hands off with Taylor. Reverses it. Weisbrod 3 on the way as the shot clock expires. Drew Steffi gets it too strong off the rim. Steffi, right to left, goes all the way to the rack. Takes on Hutchins, reversed out Sykes. Sykes high on the near left wing to Calron House. House slows it down momentarily. Gets by his man, Jaheim Weber. House spinning into the lane. Good steal by Weber. Left it short. Ball loose. Ricocheted Damian Mayo. He's got on the right elbow. Back outside Calron House. Baseline right, Q. Lowers his shoulder in. Mid-range shot. Rims off, but he's fouled. He'll head to the line for 2 shots. That will be on R.J. Taylor. That'll be his first. Second team foul on UNI. With 11:08 on that clock, it's an 8-6 lead. House just surprisingly in league play. 13 of 22 at the free throw line. As Q gets a first opportunity here. It's his first one on its way up, and the righty, long.
If you think about it, he's such a good mid-range shooter anyway in a game. It's just, that's a really weird stat. Under 60% from the free throw line in league play. He's got to be better there.
He was near 80% in non-conference, and that has continued to dip. Now 74% on the year. Q splits him. That's his first point since returning from injury, and he was SIU's leading scorer. Running baseline was Weisbrod, finds Taylor, now back to Weisbrod. Weisbrod sideline left, pressure near the midcourt strike with 25. He's still behind there. Bounce past the Diouf. Man, Weber hit him hard, and man, shoved him right to the table, and no call. Polk has it back to Diouf on the near wing. Goes all the way in on Jaheim, and yes, that's a foul. It's a foul multiple times here at the scorer's table, and he didn't call it. 10:51 on the clock, 8-7 lead. As Weber playing with physicality, but he's got to learn to defend without fouling.
Yeah, the other thing, it showed up again on that play when Diouf went to the middle of the floor on his dribble going left-handed. Diouf with the first shot, and it's off. Weber's got to take a step in the direction of that first dribble. Southern's not been good on that. When the dribble goes to the basket, Southern is really crossing over instead of taking a big step, what we call in the direction of the first dribble.
Diouf, he's 57% at the line as the lefty missed his first, makes his second. He's only attempted 7 on the year. That's his first point in the game. It's a 9-7 lead. There's UNI on defense. As Calron House one hands it to Jaheim Weber, top of the circle. Haim hands off with Jalen Haynes. Haynes tried to get downhill. Reversed out Calron, leaves his feet, catches at his head. Low left block, now low right block, and his reverse lay-in goes. There's his first field goal made in a return. He's got 3, and it's a tie game at 9. UNI comes down left to right with the basketball. 10:30 to go here in the opening half. Diouf, top of the circle. Angles his way, high left arc, looking for Pope. Now it's Taylor high on the left wing. Comes the Weisbrod straight away. Scott Nagy crouches down as he watches with hands on knees. Weisbrod got Steffi in his back. Goes low left block. Got the steal from Edoof. Can't get it to fall as Jaheim Weber gets the rebound. Sykes in transition. High near wing. Sykes slowed it down. One hand's off to Steffi. It's a hard screen for Steffi. Steffi still on the perimeter with 22 on the shot clock. Attacks. Baseline right. Sykes tried the cut. He was pushed out by Weisbrod. Sykes lowers his shoulder in on Weisbrod. Fadeaway shot just pops off, and the rebound goes to UNI. Taylor middle of the floor at that Saluki dog. Tie game at 9. 9:45 to go. Diouf finds Polk. Lost it right off of his hand. Sykes rips it away. Sykes up ahead for SIU. Haynes low left block. Nearly pushed out of bounds. Knocked away. Saved it Steffi. Top the key 3 on its way. Nothing but net. Drew Steffi knocks down the 3. He's got 7. SIU's 12. We got a barn burner of offense here. It's 12-9. 9:24 to go till halftime. Weisbrod picked up by Drew Steffi. As Weisbro to his right, behind a Diouf screen, finds Diouf, low left block, and he went right into the chest of Jaheim Weber and laid it in.
So much longer Diouf's going to get away with that illegal screen, because that definitely led for him getting an advantage to get down the lane to score.
Sykes off to Jalen Haynes, top of the circle. Jaheim Weber with Diouf sagging. House rises, firing from that right elbow, long off the back of the rim. Rebound to Hutchins. Here comes UNI, left to right. It's a 12-11 lead for SIU, 8:48 to go till halftime. Taylor bounce pass as Edoof goes to his left, to it right out of bounds, and a turnover, assuming it was not deflected by SIU, and it wasn't. So Diouf throws it out of bounds, and UNI, as Jaheim Weber comes to the bench, into the game, Rollins Aligbe.
Those are really good minutes for Jaheim Weber. He came in after not playing for a long time throughout this season, and came in and did just fine to hold down the forward inside.
Davion Sykes inbounds the Calron House as he brings it past the timing stripe at midcourt. 1 point lead for SIU, 8:35 to go here in the first half. 12-11 lead for the Salukis. Calron House to his right, downhill on Campbell, back out Haynes, right corner three, just jiggles off the rim. Rebound Trey Campbell at his knees. Campbell down left to right, near sideline poke, three in transition, long, ball loose, front of the rim, and a foul going to be on UNI. How about poke, Coach Watson? He had 14 made threes in 3 games in non-con. Since then, he's only made 5. He has really struggled to find a shot.
He's always been good against Southern, though, hasn't he, Luke? He's a guy that Southern, they know how good he is. They don't want to let him get going.
House to his right, Steffi. Between the circles, Jalen Haynes. Haynes on the near wing, around a league base screen to his low right block, back outside near corner three. Steffi launches to his right, put back by Haynes, just rolled off, and the ball loose to Trey Campbell. Man, a great athletic play by Haynes, but just couldn't finish. Haynes pressuring Campbell, hounding him like a Saluki dog there at the midcourt stripe. Comes to his near side, Hornseth. 1 point lead for SIU. UNI with the ball. Hutchins at the nail, attacks Rollins Aligbe, spinning, reversing. to Bond on the near wing. Bounce pass Hornseth. Hornseth just inside the maroon arc. On the right side, goes left in, poke. 3 on the way for poke, and it's wide right. And he goes off the Rollins Aligbe. Here comes Drew Steffi. Sideline right, 1 point lead for SIU. Steffi around a Rollins screen. Right of the hashes, near left arc, House on the perimeter. Back outside to Drew Steffi. Calron House to his left, splits his men to the Valley Techs. Right-handed floater, left way short. Polk gets the rebound. 12-11 lead for SIU. 7:15 to go here in the first half. Polk dribbling hip high with those purple shorts. Rollins Aligbe pushing him back out. Trey Campbell with Jalen Haynes in front of him. Campbell asking for a screen. Hornseth sets the screen. They do switch. They get the matchup they want. Campbell to his left to Polk. Right back to Campbell. Launches a 3 with 10. It's long. Rollins gets the rebound at his chest. Right to left comes SIU. 12-11 lead for the Salukis. Haynes to his right. Rollins is open behind the arc. He'll launch it. Right-handed 3. Yes, sir! Rollins Aligbe knocks down his 7th 3 of the season. He's got 5 points. Gives SIU its largest lead, 15-11. 6:35 to go here in the opening half. Hornseth on the near right elbow. Hands off Bond. Snakes his way left block. Back out Hutchins. He's into the paint. Strong right-handed shot. Just bounced off the rim. Goes out of bounds, and it's to SIU with 6:24 to go. And that brings us to our under 8-minute media time out. We'll take the timeout with them here from Carbondale as SIU with the lead, 15-11. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Rockmore Chevrolet in Heron makes it easy to shop online anytime. Shop our entire selection of new and pre-owned vehicles from anywhere. And with new inventory arriving daily and special Rockmore pricing, our team will always have a deal waiting for you. It's so simple to find your price, get pre-approved, and drive home today. So check us out online at rockmorechevy.com and we'll send you home happy. And go Dogs!
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
For 100 years, Vogler Ford's been committed to helping Southern Illinois drivers get the best deals on new Fords with a great selection and fast and friendly service. We've been Carbondale's one-stop shop for generations. Vogler Ford, we've been steering the way for over a century. 15-11. Here was 6:24 to go till halftime. We were kind of joking before the game with Tom Ackerman and Kevin Lehman, the TV crew, as well as Mike Curtin, who came over with the Missouri Valley Conference. It was kind of the first one to 50 tonight. Felt like would be in a really good spot just because of how low possessions UNI's games have been. But here's what's amazing, Coach Watts, is what we described. They just put up 81 against Murray State over the weekend. So they've shown the ability that they can get out and score. UNI really struggling from three. 0 for 8 so far to start the game. 5 of 19 from the floor. They've only attempted 2 free throws. Not a ton of free throws here in this game at this point. Both teams combined 2 of 5 right now. Southern's 1 of 3.
You know, you talk about them putting up so many points, and this is not a slant on anybody, but Murray's not a great defensive team.
No,
they're a terrific offensive team. Man, can they score some points in any gymnasium? But they will give up some points now, but you got to stay in there. I like the way Southern's ready to shoot the ball. Suddenly they made 2 threes, one from Steffi on one side and Rollins on the other side. But Southern's been really loose in this game. I really like their energy and just their body, their body language just shows, you know, a team that didn't play earlier this week, and it's showing they got some juice.
Prince of League Bay, Cal Ronhouse, Jalen Haynes, Rollins of League Bay, and Drew Steffi. The 5 on the floor for SIU. It's a 15-11 lead for SIU, and they have the ball. Near left wing, Steffi, top of the circle, Prince of League Bay. Hands off Jalen Haynes, downhill to the left elbow. Reversed out House. House high on that right arc, now left of the bend, Jalen Haynes. Drew Steffi, angles top of the key to his right. House, catch and shoot 3. Line drives it in. Kelron House knocks down his 8th made 3 of the season. He's got 6 in the opening half. SIU leads by 7. Hornset, top of the key, gets to the nail. To his near right, looking for Schweiger around a curl. Now it's Campbell on the near wing. Campbell downhill on Prince of League Bay. Stripped in by Drew Steffi. Back outside, taken away by Haynes. Haynes at the midcourt stripe. It's 1-on-1. Beats Leon Bond, and he whiffed the lay-in, but a foul. Oh, wow. Antonio Petty is the one who blows the whistle from the back end. Jeff Campbell was there and the closest one to it. He didn't make a call. Ben Jacobson asking him what he saw from that back end as Haynes will go to the line shooting 2.
I guarantee you he saw Bond get into his body with his hands out. It was kind of a sneaky deal. When Haynes got in the air, you could tell the way his body turned.
Haynes, as the crowd goes silent, flings up the first free throw and rims around and off. SIU entered tonight dead last in the Valley, shooting 66% as a team at the free throw line. Haynes in league play was 18 of 25 entering tonight, now 18 of 26 as he tugs in the white jersey into that white waistline of his shorts. Second one on its way, missed them both.
I guess the ball knows, huh? That's what Northern Iowa was saying.
18-11 lead as SIU pressures. Bond in the backcourt still with 24. Now picks up his dribble with 22, and Campbell has it with 21, sideline left. Goes to the maroon mane of that Saluki dog in midcourt. One hands it to his left. Bond catches at his chest. Bounce past Schweiger, top of the key. Schweiger looking down low for Hornset. Off to his left on the perimeter is Campbell. Hornset gets it back. High left elbow. One hands it down low to Bond. Bond takes on House, spinning, lost it out of bounds, and a shot clock violation. Yes. Shot clock violation on UNI. SIU gets the basketball, leading by 7, 5:09 till halftime.
House was really active on that switch when he got Bond down low. It's a mismatch that Northern Iowa wants, and House's activeness made it tough for Bonds to find the angle he wanted to go score.
House with a left hand hip high dribble, switches to his right hand, hands off with Haynes. Straight away, Drew Steffi on the Saluki dog mount. To his right, House. They weave their way on the perimeter, top of the key. Prince of League Bay looks to his left, trying to go back right, crosses over his man to a stop of the Valley. Tex threw it away. House tracks it down underneath the basket, and it's off of his fingertips and out of bounds. Turnover on SIU. As SIU on a mini 6-0 run here. Back-to-back threes for the Salukis. 18-11 lead for the Dogs. 4:43 and ticking as that clock continues to wind here in the first half. As Campbell pushed back near the midcourt timing stripe. High left arc, Schweiger. Schweiger to his left, reversed out Campbell. 3 on the way, left wing is in. Trey Campbell, 4-19 in his career from 3 against SIU. Makes his first 3 here tonight. 18-14 lead for SIU. Saluki's with the ball, left side of the floor. High right arc, Steffi. To the right elbow. Back out Rollins. Straight away with 18 on the shot clock. Hands off the House. House to his left. Near corner, Haynes. Haynes jets out of the corner to the Valley Tex. Back outside on the perimeter, Steffi with 9. Now 8. Steffi to the nail with 6. Low left block, Prince in front of the basket. They're going to say offensive foul on Prince Saligbe with 4:03 to go till halftime.
I like Coach Nagy's reaction that he knows that his team got what they wanted. Maybe create a little extra help. No argument there on that foul, but I like the way Coach reacted to that play, letting his guys keep going back to that action.
18-14, lead for SIU. UNI with the basketball. It's Leon Bond. Attacks Haynes, just goes right through the Saluki defense. Missed the shot. Just banged off the rim and a foul here on UNI as Rollins went for the ball. And it's going to be SIU ball when we come back, as that'll be the 5th team foul on UNI, as will be the 2nd foul on Leon Bond here in the opening half. 18-14 lead for SIU with 3:48 till halftime. Nikki Rischel of Coldwell Banker Prime Realty is the official realtor of Saluki Athletics. Visit Nikki today in Carbondale or contact her at 618-713-5353 to find your forever home. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
If your old car is so ugly, dogs won't tinkle on the tires. If you have to dance naked in the moonlight and light a candle to make it start. If it just isn't the car you want it to be, Vic Koenig Chevrolet will give you a big bucket full of cash for it. No dancing necessary. Vic Koenig Chevrolet will buy your car, truck, or SUV, whether you buy one of ours or not. We'll pay you more than you ever thought you could get. And we'll put you behind the wheel of a newer, nicer ride that actually starts every single time. Vic Koenig has a huge selection of reliable pre-owned vehicles in stock now, and dozens of new Chevrolets on their way to Carbondale as we speak. But I promise you, they'll be sold before they ever hit the state line. Hurry in to Vic Koenig Chevrolet and call dibs. Vic Koenig Chevrolet in Carbondale, home of the world-famous SIU Salukis. VicKoenig.com, on approved credit.
Samron Midwest Contracting is the region's first choice for construction services. Since 2003, Samron has completed thousands of projects for various customers across the tri-state area. Whether it's a commercial project, an asphalt parking lot or driveway, or commercial or industrial concrete, Samron has you covered and offers flexible financing options. For more information, visit Samron.com. Samron Midwest Contracting, proud supporter of Saluki Athletics.
Back inside Banterra Center, 18-14 lead. As I know our good friend Ed Curtis listening in to us, Ed. We appreciate it, brother. 18-14 lead, 3:48 to go here till the end of the first half. And one of the areas that we talked about at length, Coach Watson, was the bench play tonight for both teams. It's been a weakness for each team, and a lot of that's because of guys getting shifted around and injuries. And right now, Calron House, he accounts for all 6 points off the Saluki bench. Really good to see him back out there on the floor. 2 of 6 from the floor with 1 made 3.
Yeah, Captain Obvious statement I'm about to make here, self-disclosure, but Southern certainly has to have House's scoring. Whether he comes off the bench, he starts no matter what. When your leading scorer's out, it shows up somewhere along the line. And now it's time for Southern to get some separation this last 4 minutes of the first half.
You like being Captain Obvious.
Yeah, I can do that.
Calron House at the midcourt dog logo. Got past the timing stripe, top of the circle. Terminates his dribble to his right, Jalen Haynes. Back to Calron House behind the maroon arc. Drew Steffi back to his right, Jalen Haynes. Around a Rollins Aligbe screen to the nail. Picks up his dribble, looking for help. Haynes to his right. Rollins Aligbe, low right block. Rollins back out. Haynes leaves his feet. Finds it with 8. Haynes to his right with 7. Rollins 3 with 5, and he drills the 3. Rollins Aligbe is second made 3 in the half. He's got 8. As Weisbrod fell down, actually came out of his gray Nike sneaker. As left to right comes Trey Campbell as he walks it down. UNI trails by 7 with the ball. Campbell, bounce pass. Schweiger. Schweiger, high left arc, goes all the way low left block, and it's going to be a foul on Prince.
Northern Iowa's being really effective on the left side of the lane tonight. Seems like their scoring opportunities are coming most from that area. It's an area where obviously they've been scouted on. Southern's been scouted to know that there's a problem there.
Schweiger will go to the line. He will shoot 2 as his first is on its way, and down it goes. Schweiger, 60 free throws attempted on the year. He's a 71% free throw shooter. Sykes comes in for Prince.
In these last 3 minutes, I'd love to see Davion Sykes go opposite on the baseline to wherever the ball is coming down the lane.
Prince of League Bay's got 2 fouls. As Schweiger's free throw bounced off that right side of the rim to Calron House as House comes down right to left. 21-15 lead. SIU with the basketball and the lead. House floats it up to Rollins. Tried the one-hand stuff it in on a lob, and he left it well short. Coming down is Trey Campbell. Near right, Schweiger. One hard dribble. He missed the dunk. To his near right, ball deflects out to Steffi. Steffi, middle of the floor. Top of the key, another lob. Now Davion Sykes says, I'll finish it. Davion Sykes slams it home. What a sight for sore eyes. 23-15, 8-point lead for SIU. Schweiger, high left arc. Hornset, top of the key. Hornset, dribble handoff with Schweiger near the left elbow. Goes around a Hornset screen, dribbled it out of bounds, and it's going to stay with UNI. UNI ball, 2:21 till the end of the half. SIU has tied its largest lead, 8. UNI led by 4 early, but that's when it was 8-4. They'll be in the corner. Weisbrod looking for Schweiger. Through to Bond, nearly stolen away by House. He jumped it. Goes far left corner. 3 for Weisbrod, rimmed off. And it's Rollins of League Bay who jumped on a pogo stick to get the rebound. Haynes right to left, brings it down for SIU. Calron House just inside that maroon arc to Rollins, top of the key with 20 on the shot clock. 2:05 to go in the half. Steffi, spin cycle, lay in, left it short. Here comes UNI, middle of the floor. Bond bounce past to Campbell on the near arc. Campbell in near right arc to his left at the nail, back outside Bond, and Bond traveled and turns it over. 23-15 lead. As UNI, another turnover for them. They've almost reached their turnover high already. 6 turnovers here in the first half. They average 9.
Man, I'll tell you what, Southern has got their starters off balance. They got Bonds trying to do too much in spots where apparently he's not that good.
Sykes just in front of SIU's bitch. Inbounds at the Calron House. Scott Nagy claps his hands saying, let's go. House nearly dribbled it out of bounds. Reverse Rollins at the Saluki dog nose. Pitch to Haynes' knees. Haynes thought about the 3 momentarily to his right. House baseline right, threw it behind him to Rollins. Rollins on the perimeter, back to Calron House. 14 on the shot clock. Low right block, bangs his way in the Trey Campbell. Into the paint, lost it at its feet, and it's Schweiger who comes away for UNI. 90 seconds left in the half. UNI trails by its largest margin, 8. Hornseth on the near arc. Top of the key, to the left of the bend. Leon Bond inside the left corner. Bounce pass Hornseth, regains control into the chest of Rollins. Spinning up with his right hand, high off the glass and in. Hornseth gets his first 2 points of the game, makes it a 6-point lead. SIU with the ball and the lead, 23-17. Sykes, top of the key, looking to his left. Drew Steffi corrals it at his shoulders. Rollins looking for House on the back door. Far right corner, Jalen Haynes. Haynes guarded by Campbell around a Rollins screen. Bounce pass to Rollins, and Rollins lays it in. Rollins, he's got 10 points here in the first half on a timeout by Ben Jacobson. It will be their use it or lose it timeout as it's 25-17, 8-point lead for the Salukis.
That's action we used to call under. We'd run kind of some action where we brought a guard to get a catch off of a screen down low like Rollins did and just drop that. One option was to raise up and shoot the mid-range shot. The other was get the defense on the post out of position, just drop it off down low. Southern did a beautiful job with that 2-man game on the curl cut that led to that power basket inside. Good old-fashioned basketball, Luke. Who says we got to dribble all day and hoist a dumb shot? Southern really doing a good job in that stretch at 3:48 coming out of that media timeout, now leading by 8. Big possession here to get a stop and get some momentum going in the locker room, hopefully with a stop and the last basket of the half.
One of 4 Valley games here tonight in the league. As SIU will be on defense, UNI going the length of the floor. We trap. Weisbrod up ahead, Schweiger. Schweiger near arc on the right side of the floor, all the way to the rack, left it way short. Rollins gets the cleanup. Southern, if they go quickly, could get another possession. Calron House on the near arc. Southern not going quickly. Drew Steffi top of the key to his left. Steffi attacks all the way low left block, reverse back out the House, and now there's 30 seconds on the shot clock. I think Scott Nagy upset the same reason I was. House jumper from the low left block eventually falls in and jiggles in. He's got 8 in his return to the floor tonight. 27-17, it's SIU's largest lead. They've made 6 of their last 8 field goals. Shot clock turned off. It's down to 13 seconds left in the half. UNI trails by 10. All the coaches standing right now. Trey Campbell looking on. Campbell straight away with 6. Goes low right block. Weisbro, the horn set, dunks it in with 3. Sykes with 2 seconds. In with 1. Midcourt House lets it fly. It will not count if it goes. It hit the back of the rim and almost went down, but that would have came after the shot or after the clock expired. 27-19 lead as SIU holds UNI to 19 first half points as we head to the halftime locker room. Built for Tough, powered by Mediacom. Halftime is next. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
If you love the outdoors like I do, then you'll love Southern Illinois. But the indoor activities are also great. I'm Luke Walsh, and I'm proud to play for Saluki men's basketball. In this region, there's nothing like the fans and community support, and one of the biggest supporters is Banterra. It's why I'm glad to be a customer. I opened my account online, and their Saluki Visa debit card supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
The Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois has the most highly trained team of orthopedic, spine, and podiatric surgeons, including interventional pain management. From sports medicine to neurosurgery, podiatry, and interventional pain, we are committed to providing the very best in diagnoses, treatments, physical and occupational therapy, and rehabilitation to local athletes. Visit oisil.com or call 618-997-6800. OISI is the official orthopedic provider of Saluki Athletics.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials, join us in events, and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Southern Illinois has a new place to party it up or wind down. Introducing Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. With 22,000 square feet and a full kitchen, they have everything you need to make the most of your lunch, dinner, or night out. Burgers, wings, and barbecue are their speciality. It's the all-new Southpaw Bar and Grill. Check them out on Facebook or find them at the corner of Route 127 and the Ava Blacktop. Now open Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to midnight and 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Southpaw Bar and Grill, the official Saluki watch party destination of Murfreesboro.
On the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Built for Tough Halftime Show, powered by Mediacom. Brought to you by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Also brought to you by your Illinois Ford dealers and the F-150, proud sponsors of your Southern Illinois Salukis.
This is the Built for Tough, powered by Mediacom halftime. SIU leads at 27-19 with the Hall of Famer Rodney Watson. I am Luke Martin. Man, we thought this would be the kind of game that we would get, Coach Watson and Salukis. They got 27 points off 4 made threes here in the first half. Rollins, the league base, shipped into. He leads all Saluki scores. He's got 10 of the 27 for SIU, but also importantly, he's got 7 rebounds. So he's really well on his way to getting another double-double.
Man, Southern's getting some good production out of different players. Here's the thing, only 4 guys have scored for Southern. On the flip side, only 5 guys have scored for Northern Iowa. So it's not like everybody's going, but Southern's got some good spots. Having House back, getting a guy that has confidence that he can score, it just shows he's getting in spots on the floor. Even with being out for a few games, he's able to get some places where he scores typically, and Northern Iowa knows he scores. They just can't do much about it.
SIU again being led in scoring by Rollins. Alibe Kelleron House in his return has provided a big boost on the bench. 8 points. He's got 8 of the 10 bench points for SIU. Davion Sykes with the other, able to get that slam. That's where Davion can be so good, especially in transition. When you can get him on the move, That's a guy who can finish there at the rim.
He's really good opposite the ball. That's what I alluded to in the half court. If he can get opposite, even if House comes down the floor, down the lane on Sykes' side, if he can duck underneath the opposite short corner, his man's going to automatically go help on the ball. And those lob passes up higher where Davion's really good. Davion with a +8 in that half. And, you know, as we say, those can be misleading. It's not in that half. He's really solid defensively. Jalen Haynes +9. Even though he's, I think, yet to score in this game, man, he's doing a lot of good things on it. Yeah, really good with the defensive end and getting the ball in the right people's hands. His ability to keep the game simple is what I've been so impressed with for such a young player.
And what's really impressive, too, is what SIU has done. 3 assists to 6 turnovers for UNI. When they've had to get offense, it's been really hard for them to get some clean looks. Only 3 assists on their 8 made field goals.
Yeah, on the flip side, 7's playing off the catch again. 7 assists on 11 field goals. So both on the offense and defense end, not much to criticize. And I'll talk about one point when we come back toward the end of this halftime. Man, Southern's got to continue this momentum. The pace of the game is in Southern's favor. 35 possessions in that game. If they keep that pace, it's up to around 70. That's not an area where Northern Iowa seems to think that they're successful.
One area that no doubt is one that Southern needs to exploit here tonight and continue to do well is the rebounding margin, Coach Watson. You look at UNI, they're really good defensively on the boards. Now offensively, it's an area where clearly they basically only send 1 to the offensive boards, but they're really good in terms of defensive rebounds. SIU is +2 in terms of defensive rebounds in the game, +5. But one thing that you just really can't have happen is a guy like Prince Aligbe almost plays 9 minutes, no rebounds, 0 rebounds, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers. Prince has got to be someone that's in that game that's starting to eat up some contact and really get some boards for SIU.
There have been 34 missed shots in that half where a guy that's so good at it, like Prince Aligbe, so good at rebounding, he's got to help his brother on that end. And when he can do that, that can really put Northern Iowa in a tough spot.
Really tough spot. Again, SIU, the other Kellerin House, second in points with 8. Drew Steffi right behind him with 7. There's only been 4 Salukis who have scored in the game. Rollins with 10, and those 2 with 8 and 7, and Davion Sykes with the only other 2. That was that dunk that was also big and pivotal here in the first half. UNI, again, largest run, and what's really good about this first half lead for SIU, that includes where they've had a drought of about 3 minutes, Coach Watson. That was about midway through that first half, but luckily just Northern Iowa was not able to really capitalize on SIU's misfortunes.
They've done a nice job on the left lane. We'll see if they continue to hammer that left lane against Southern, but other than that, scoring off the dribble has not come easily for Northern Iowa, and that's a team that really can pound you. When they get going, man, they can start finding those lanes, finding ways to get near the rim and put heat on the rim, and Southern's done a very good job in this first 20 minutes. They got to keep it up.
Points off turnovers, even though UNI has had more turnovers in the game, or I guess both of them have 6 turnovers apiece. UNI has been able to capitalize just a little bit more, 9 points off of the Saluki turnovers, only 5 for SIU off of UNI's mistakes.
Yeah, I saw that earlier in one of the stat sheets we got where they've kind of led in that area throughout this game, but the game hasn't been too weird in that spot. Both teams have had live ball turnovers. It's not like they're dead balls, but Southern got to continue to take care of that basketball, give themselves chances to score.
This is the Built Ford Tough, powered by MediaCom halftime. When we return, Paxton Guy will have that Valley scoreboard book around the night. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Looking to make your farm and rural life dreams a reality? Contact Farm Credit Illinois, where local staff support farm families, rural communities, and agriculture throughout the Saluki Nation. As a cooperative owned by its borrower members, Farm Credit provides farm financing, crop insurance expertise, and lending for rural homes and country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed today and tomorrow.
Southern Illinois, during every season, what matters most is having a team you can depend on. A cancer diagnosis means it's time to lean on professionals with the expertise in personalized plays to guide you forward one powerful step at a time. Your home team is here. SIH Cancer Institute, advancing care for our communities. Learn more at sih.net/cancer.
Anyone can slap a logo on a shirt, but your branded apparel isn't just merchandise. It's your reputation walking around town. your team's identity, and your company's handshake before you even say hello. At Silkworm, we understand that when you put your name on something, it better be perfect. Because at the end of the day, we're not just printing shirts, we're protecting what you've built. And that deserves more than an algorithm and a prayer. Silkworm, quality orders, on time, delivered with awesome customer service. The human way.
Samron Midwest Contracting is the region's first choice for construction services. Since 2003, Samron has completed thousands of projects for various customers across the tri-state area. Whether it's a commercial project, an asphalt parking lot or driveway, or commercial or industrial concrete, Samron has you covered and offers flexible financing options. For more information, visit samron.com. Samron Midwest Contracting, proud supporter of Saluki Athletics.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Southern Illinois University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Paxton Guy back on the Bill Ford Tough Halftime, powered by Mediacom. Dogs in front of Northern Iowa, 27-19. Elsewhere around the league tonight, halfway through the first half in Des Moines, Evansville jumped out to an early lead, but Drake has rallied to tie things up. 16-16 between Evansville and Drake. They're about to tip off in Northwest Indiana, Valparaiso and Belmont. 8 o'clock tip-off. Murray State trying to snap a 2-game losing skid. They're hosting Illinois State. Light night in the top 25. They're at the half in the Big Apple. Number 25, St. John's, leading Butler 43-29 in Big East play. Big 12 tonight. 8 o'clock tip, number 10, Houston at TCU. Also at 8 o'clock in the SEC, it's number 19, Florida at South Carolina. Salukis lead this one 27-19 over Northern Iowa at the break. It's the Built Ford Tough Halftime, powered by Mediacom. And this is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie Classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
On the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield, this has been the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, powered by Mediacom. Also brought to you by Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Now, with the call of the second half, here is the voice of the Salukis, Luke Martin.
Let's get to our halftime adjustments, which are brought to you by Woodard Wellness Group. Call for your courtesy consultation, 529-4545, and see if Dr. Woodard can get you back to health. 529-4545. Dr. Brian Woodard is a certified chiropractic sports physician.
This is a game where you don't make too many adjustments. Don't get in your own way just to be talking. The only thing that I see Southern could do better in this than they did in the first half is to keep their feet apart, guarding the dribble, keeping your feet apart, taking steps in the direction of the dribble, guarding that dribbler, make sure he keeps his shoulder in your chest, And other than that, Southern's done a nice job of being. They've made it hard on the 3 or 4 main players that score for Northern Iowa. On the offensive end, the paces at Southern's, and we know that won't be an adjustment. So they're going to continue to tell these guys to push the ball, and I think that's going to play out in a really good spot for Southern.
Those were the Woodard Wellness halftime adjustments from our Hall of Fame coach, Rodney Watson. Well, it is gearing up for the second half of Valley play. In case you missed our pregame show, by the way, we told you that game against Evansville over the weekend that was supposed to happen, it has been rescheduled. It is going to be this Sunday, March 1st is going to be that date, Sunday, March 1st, and it will be in the Ford Center on that day in Evansville. And if you're saying, hey, doesn't Evansville have a game on Saturday? They do. They will play back-to-back nights to end the year. They will both be in Evansville for that one. But again, Sunday, March 1st at 3 o'clock will be the makeup. And, as we kind of discussed at length, Coach Watson, I know it's not as important right now because we're in the middle of this game, but it could turn out to be a really big plus for Southern because it was a stretch where they were going to be without a game because they were the Lone Valley team that got selected of, hey, you're not going to play that last weekend. That's when your last bye. It was going to happen to somebody, and unfortunately it was Southern. Now all of a sudden they're going to have a game before that week of Arch Madness.
It may be an expensive adjustment, but Southern might come out of this thing smelling like rose. Well, in the meantime, if Southern could continue this pace in this game, that's going to be something that's going to be really important to this program. This is a big game, Luke.
It's a huge game for SIU, again, trying to win. Think about this. Southern hasn't won consecutive games against Northern Iowa since 2017-2019. And that's when they won 4 in a row in that stretch with Coach Barry Hinson. That's the last time Southern has beaten Northern Iowa in consecutive games. It's been a really even series. Just looking inside Banterra, the last 6 games have been split at 3 games apiece.
Yeah, this is a tough Northern Iowa program. We have so much respect for Ben Jacobson, Greg McDermott before him. They've had a great culture.
I know he wouldn't want us to talk about it in this moment, but we remember when we were in Cedar Falls 2 years ago, Southern was the school when Coach Jacobson broke the record for most Valley wins. Right. I think it'd be okay if UNI was the 600th win for
payback is something, that saying goes.
Absolutely, but man, we're a long way away from that. Looks like there's an issue with the backboard here off to our right. There's some padding that they're trying to fix here before the start of the second half. Matt Shackleton is up on a ladder trying to fix it. Did not see when it maybe fell or pushed in the first half. And putting on some little gaff tape, duct tape, to make sure that stays and is good.
That used to be a real problem back in the 90s because the adhesive on that padding. That padding is critical because player can get seriously injured.
Yeah.
And it just happens where there's some contact or whatever and somebody's knocked it loose. But that used to be a bit of a snag for the old Salukis back on the old backboards, the Hydra ribs we used to play with.
So we are good to roll now. As will be UNI basketball to start the second half. Both teams back to their original starting 5. Trey Campbell and UNI with the ball trailing by 8. They go right to left now in the second half. Campbell fell down at his knees, threw it right into the Jalen Haynes. Haynes up ahead, Mayo. He wasn't looking, gets it back. Low right block, hesitating, right through the legs of Prince. Prince regains control, up and left it short, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Good way to start the second half. Mayo's got to get going. He didn't score in that first half. He's a guy that it's just a possession away from him getting that basket really big and strong.
Prince Aligbe to the line where he has struggled this year. 56% as he spins the Wilson ball. Prince looking for his first points of the game. He stares up at the orange rim, eyes it up there, and it's on its way, and it's down. Confetti pops on that free throw as he goes into the North Grandstands, North Bleachers. First point for Prince gives SIU its largest lead, 9. As Jalen Haynes and Scott Nagy, they talk on the near sideline as they share a chuckle. Prince Aligbe, multiple dribbles on the Valley, text in maroon. Looks up at the orange 10, up off his right hand, and he made them both. Just snuck it over the front of the rim. He's got 2. 29-19, late Mario coin there for Prince Aligbe. As Trey Campbell comes down middle of the floor, Schweiger and UNI, they trail by their largest margin, 10. Schweiger high near wing, takes on Prince Aligbe. To his right, switched off on the Rollins. Schweiger looking low left block for Hornseth, goes straight away Bond. Bond to his right, on the Drew Steffi. Baseline right, one hands it out, Weisbro. 10 on the shot clock. Bond, baseline right, underneath the Schweiger near wing, out to Campbell. Campbell at the nail to his right, skip pass, 3 on the way for Weisbrod. It's long. Prince Skies for the rebound. UNI now 1 of 11 from 3 to start this game. Haynes, top of the key, Prince Aligbe now left of the bin. One hands Damian Mayo, straight away Rollins Aligbe. Rollins near side Haynes. Haynes dives to the nail, at the nail, picks up his dribble. Bounce down to Rollins trying to get a duck in. Rollins gets it back in the near corner, lowers his shoulder in. One hand's out to Haynes with 10. 9 on the shot clock, Steffi. Low left block, finds an open Rollins, cuts to the rack with 5. Up off the glass, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line, shoot 2.
Another example when Drew Steffi catches the ball on ball reversal. When Northern Iowa's defense shifts, he hits a lane, he comes down the floor, drops off a really nice pass to Rollins, even though it took Rollins a little bit to collect it. Another great example where Drew can help this team in so many ways that don't show up on a stat sheet.
Rollins free throw line right. His first is up and in, and Rollins, you talk about improving free throw shooter. That has been him. Now 18 of 27 in Valley play. As Rollins, 10 points in the first half. He's now got 11. Rollins with 7 rebounds. Second free throw up, and of course I cursed him. Wide right as he splits the free throws. As Coach Nagy tells his defense to talk. 30-19 lead for SIU. They're trying to snap a 4-game losing skid. Weisbrod, far right corner, bounce pass Hornseth, in the paint, near wing, near corner. 3 for Schweiger, short. Ball in the air, and Rollins has rebound number 8. 2 away from a double-double. Jalen Haynes, top of the key, to his right. Haynes tracked by Taylor, loose in the corner. Steffi down to the floor in front of Southern's bench. Calls for a timeout. It'll be our first coach called timeout here in the second half. 18:21 to go on the clock. 30-19 lead for SIU. We'll take the timeout with them. 101.5 CIL-FM, your number 1 for all of today's hit music and your flagship station for Saluki Basketball. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Woodard Wellness Group is the official chiropractor of Saluki Athletics. Woodard Wellness Group, located in Carbondale, offers chiropractic services and sports medicine to provide relief from neck and back pain and many other stress-related conditions. The all-new Pro Adjuster is a breakthrough in healing, which uses gentle chiropractic care along with advancements in computers and engineering technologies to evaluate patients' needs. The staff applies Pro Adjuster data and their expertise to then discuss treatment plans with patients. With the help of this modern technology, making you feel better just got easier with Woodard Wellness.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Romwood Chevrolet in Heron makes it easy to shop online anytime. Shop our entire selection of new and pre-owned vehicles from anywhere. And with new inventory arriving daily and special Romwood pricing, our team will always have a deal waiting for you. It's so simple to find your price, get pre-approved, and drive home today. So check us out online at RomwoodChevy.com and we'll send you home happy. And go Dogs!
Lead here for SIU over UNI as Drew Steffi saves the possession for Southern, so it's going to be their possession coming out of this timeout. Salukis will have they shouldn't take a timeout off that scoreboard, right? It still shows 3, so it should be 2 timeouts left for SIU as they lost their one. Of course, they use it or lose it in the first half, and then their first one here. So 2 timeouts left for SIU. There'll be 3 for UNI. Both teams still have their challenge, but let's talk about Rollins Aligbe and how he is getting his rebounds.
In my 21 years, I worked for every coach that I worked for would just really stress rebounding. So it's a big part of our fabric. I've seen great rebounders. I'm going to name them like Amaya and Timmons, and I don't want to short anybody, but Randall Falker, and just down the list. Roland Roberts, those guys they went and got men rebounds. Rollins Aligbe is in that category. When he goes to get rebounds that you described, it's with 2 hands, a rim or above level. He gets at the peak of his jump. It is a pleasure to watch him play.
Haynes will inbound baseline right, looks near corner. Steffi now near arc. Rollins Aligbe, right side of the floor. SIU with the ball in the lead, 30-19. Haynes, left elbow, mid-range, left it well short. R.J. Taylor gets the rebound. Taylor down quickly for UNI. One hands it ahead to Weisbrod. Weisbrod deflected by Haynes into the chest of Schweiger. They maintain control. Top of the circle, Taylor bounce past the Hornseth. Hornseth on that maroon Saluki dog nose. Taylor on a back door, got his man in the air, and it's a defensive goaltend, and it's going to count for Taylor. R.J. Taylor with his first 2 points. He's only scored 34 points this year. He's not asked to score when he's in. Ben Jacobson calmly claps his hands. His team's back down on defense, trailing by 9. Steffi downhill, reverse behind him to Rollins. Rollins ball fakes left, back near right. Baseline runner for Drew Steffi is in. Drew Steffi, first field goal made in the second half. He's got 9 points total, 32-21, 17:35 to go here in the first half. R.J. Taylor spins to his right, bounce past Hornseth, right elbow into the chest of Rollins, left it short. Rollins on the cleanup, and now he's got 9 rebounds. He's one away from another double-double this year. Near arc, Steffi. Steffi to his left. Steffi left elbow, low left block, reversed out Rollins. 3 on the way for a league bay, and he's red hot tonight. Rollins a league bay. His third made 3 of the ball game. It's a career high made 3s for him. 35-21, SIU leading by 14. 3 minutes gone by here in the second half. Widesbroad straight away with 20 on the shot clock. To his right, Hornseth. Hornseth with Haynes going around that screen for Taylor. Now it's Schweiger around a Hornseth screen. Prince fought around it, switched off the Rollins. Near arc is Taylor. Taylor to his right to Schweiger. Out on that arc with 7. Back out Taylor with 5. 3 on the way. Rims in. R.J. Taylor with only his 5th made 3 of the season. He's got all 5 of his points here in the second half. Big answer there for UNI. 35-24. SIU with the lead in the ball. 16:33 to go in the second half. Damian Mayo, right elbow extended. Rollins a league bay. Rollins pitch back to Haynes. Haynes into the chest of Bond for UNI. Near corner Mayo in front of SIU's bench. Chest pass out to Haynes. Now left arc they go to Prince of League Bay. Prince of League Bay far left corner. Back to Steffi with 7. Mayo with 6. Now with 5. Tacks into the arc. Into the paint with 3. From the Valley, Tech's wide left. It ricocheted off the rim. Out of bounds to UNI.
I like that action by Damian Mayo. Damian's got to get going this game. He had made a really nice aggressive move into that heart of the defense, right where the Valley logo, about 12 feet. He's going to knock that shot down. He needs to see one go in, hopefully out of a transition basket on a dunk.
R.J. Taylor with a left-handed dribble with that left hand taped in black. To his right, Taylor picks up his dribble. One hand's the Hornseth, top of the key. To his left, Bond with 20 on the shot clock. Schweiger catches underneath the basket. Low left block in front of the basket. Spinning. Hook shot with his right hand is in. Ben Schweiger, he's got 5 points. It's his first made field goal in the second half. It's down to 9. House, pitch back Mayo. Top of the key, Prince. To his left, Drew Steffi. Steffi lowering his shoulder in, spinning. Went up, and it's knocked out by Weisbrod, and it will stay with SIU. 15:38 on the clock, 19 on the shot clock. It'll be Saluki ball when we come back. Farm Credit Illinois, supporting rural communities and farm families with reliable, consistent credit, crop insurance expertise, and rural first lending for country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Dive into the authentic flavors of Mexico at Tequila's Mexican Restaurant. From sizzling fajitas to mouth-watering enchiladas and the freshest guacamole in town, Tequila's brings you an unforgettable dining experience. And don't forget our signature margaritas, crafted to perfection. Located right in the heart of Southern Illinois, make sure to visit Tequila's at their locations in Carbondale, Marion, DuQuoin, and Carterville and enjoy the authentic taste of Mexico.
Atmos Wealth Management is providing guidance Salukis deserve. Learn more at atmoswm.com. With the Hall of Famer Ronnie Watson, Hi, I'm Luke Martin. 35-26, 9-point lead for SIU with 15:38 to go in the second half. And Salukis have led by as many as 14. That was back when Rollins Aligbe knocked in a three, his third of the night, 35-21. But again, just continuing a outstanding game. 14 points for Rollins on only 6 shots, and he's got 9 rebounds.
Those are big numbers right there. The way he's shooting the three, he's made a believer out of me. I mean, not that he has to, but he certainly has out of me, mainly because of his when he shoots the ball, and it's at the top. He's been so good at the top of the key, best, I should say, even though he's made one from the right side as well. But the way it comes out of his hand, the technique part, his elbows under the ball, his follow through, it's the same shot that you see. Southern needs threes any way they can get them, and Rollins is sure helping that department.
House in to Rollins Aligbe. House regains control. House on the left of the hashes. One hand's out to Steffi. Now it's Prince on the near arc. Prince reverse back to Steffi, straight away with 10. Steffi now at 9, to his right with 8. Still on the perimeter with 7, now 6. Threw it right into the hands of Hornseth, and it's taken away. Leon Bond, sideline right, 9-point lead for SIU. UNI with the ball. Bond to the rack. Hornseth dished off. He's fouled, and we'll go to the line. It's going to be a foul. If it's on Damian Mayo, that's going to be his third, and it is. Mayo picks up his third foul.
Hornseth has struggled at the free throw line in league play. I hope I help him continue that struggle. Unfortunately, normally it goes the opposite.
36% on the year, 12 of 33. As Hornseth eyes it up there with his right hand, and what'd he do?
Nothing but net, of course. Thanks, broadcast guy.
35-27 makes it an 8-point game. Southern now in a 2-minute scoring drought. Another free throw. Made them both.
Hit 2 parts of the rim on that one, so it'll be okay on the next one.
35-28, 7-point lead. SIU with the ball and the lead. Calron House on the near wing, beats his men to the rack, lotted up to Rollins, got low left block, went up with 3 Panthers in front of him, and he laid it in anyways. He's got 16 now in the game. Right to left comes UNI, trailing by 9, 37-28. Taylor, high on the right arc, comes back near side Weisbrod, near corner, Leon Bond. Bond looking for Schweiger on that low left block. He asked for it, he's got it. Prince right on his back, spins baseline left. Mayo came in to help. Weisbrod on the perimeter, penetrates baseline left, dished in front of the rim. Hornseth, he's fouled as he went wide left with the shot. Well, Hornseth will go back to the line where he just made 2 free throws. 37-28, 14:39 on that clock. UNI back to the free throw line where tonight the Panthers 4 of 6 as a team, 2 for 2 here in the second half.
So they can't sleep on Weisbrod. He's a really good free throw for 3-point shooter, even though he's 0 for 4 right now.
Free throw on its way for Hornseth.
Well, we've made him a free throw perfectionist.
So much for being 36%, Will Hornseth. He's made all 3. Let's see if the percentages pay off here for his 4th. Hornseth eyes it up at that orange rim. And that one bricked. Prince Aligbe gets the rebound. 8-point lead for SIU, and they have the basketball. House, chest handoff with Steffi. Now it's Prince Aligbe in the high post. Near wing behind that right bend is Calron House. House trying to feed Rollins. Goes to his left, Prince. Now Steffi bobbled it at his chest. Regains control. Now Rollins straight away with 10. Now House with 9. At the nail. Fading away from the Valley. Tex, and it's in there. That's perfect by Calron House. He's now got 10. Man, that looked like Calron House from early this year. 39-29, 10-point lead for SIU. 14:03 to go in the game. Hornseth lowers his shoulder in on the smaller Mayo. He takes him on. Rollins comes in the trap. Hornseth beats the trap. He's fouled, got the bucket and the foul. So now Hornseth, he had 2 points in the first half. He's now got 5 in the second half and a chance to make it 6. And to get him to 8 points, and it's 39-31. And that's the 4th foul on Damian Mayo. That's the worst of it.
Smart play by UNI. They knew Damian still on the floor at that part of the game with 3 fouls. They're going to go right at him on any way they could get. I believe they got it on some type of switch action. Very smart play by Northern Iowa's bench.
Hornseth back to the line. He just missed his first free throw of the night. Hornseth lets it fly, swirled off. Prince Aligbe gets the rebound. To his left, Calron House. High left arc. House trying to break down Taylor. To Prince, top of the key. Prince one hand's off the Sykes. Over to Rollins on the near wing. Rollins trying to go to the back door to Steffi. It's now baseline right. to Calron House. Back out top to key Davion Sykes. To his left, Drew Steffi. Around a Prince of League Bay screen. Baseline left, Drew Steffi. Still with it with 10, now 9. He's trapped. Cutting Prince to the rack. He's fouled. They're going to say he will get 2 shots. As Coach Nagy wanted that shot to go so badly. And 7 seconds on that shot clock when Prince got fouled. He'll get 2 shots and he'll head to the line. Prince of League Bay tonight. He's already 2 for 2 at the charity stripe.
Really nice dive. Once Prince saw his guy go to double team Drew, he dove right to the rim, just like you're supposed to. If he can keep his eyes on that rim and finish that thing off, it makes things even better.
Crowd silences as Prince of League Bay with the lights glistening off his sweaty shoulders. Eyes up with that Wilson ball with his right hand and rims it in. Now I want to hear you describe a free throw, Coach Watson.
You're doing great, Luke. You just keep it. You keep our fans entertained. I'll try to stay as quiet as I can. I'll try to smile on the cam. I've been told at home I got to smile more.
As Prince trying to go 4 for 4 at the line in those white Under Armour sneakers. Nothing but net for Prince of League Bay. All 4 of his points at the free throw line and here in the second half. Increases SIU lead to 10. They pressure Bond here in the backcourt. One hands it back to Taylor. Still in the backcourt with 24. Up ahead to Schweiger. Schweiger with 22 on the shot clock as SIU back in their man-to-man defense. R.J. Taylor yells out of instructions, those purple Nike sneakers with the white Nike swoosh. To his right, Taylor behind that maroon arc. He's on the Banterra Center typing in green. To his right, Weisbro launches it over the head of Bond. He saved it in front of UNI's bench. Now it's Schweiger. A step back 3 is in. Schweiger with now 5 points in the second half and a timeout by Ben Jacobson. 41-34, 7-point lead for SIU, 13:02. And it'll be a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here.
I thought it was really good defense. Schweiger just took a desperation late shot clock. That's a shot clock 3 that we talk about a lot. Sometimes the shot clock dictates guys taking shots they don't normally like, but hand it to those guys. They made a nice play.
Guild Mortgage is your Saluki home team mortgage partner. Call Sean Daly today at 618-889-5266. Let him turn your home ownership dream into reality. Well, it's only the third made 3 of the game for UNI. 3 of 14. They're 2 of 4 here in the second half.
Interesting timeout by Coach Jake at 13:02 after a made 3, after being down 10, and then kind of gets a lucky shot. It would be interesting to see how they play. I'm going to mark this part in the game, 13:02. See how they come out of this and what they do from here on.
SIU will go the length of the floor. Prince of League Bay will be the trigger man. R.J. Taylor pressures Calron House. As Prince into Calron as R.J. just backs his way and now backpedals in those purple Nike sneakers. Calron House hands off Drew Steffi. Bounce pass. Prince of League Bay high on that left arc. Steffi behind the arc with 20 on the shot clock. He's pushed far left corner. Spinning out to Sykes. Down low to Prince of League Bay. Low right block. Traps his way. Goes back outside Rollins, deflected off of his hand, gets it back at his hip. Near corner Prince, thought about the 3, thinks otherwise. Calron House near corner, baseline right and a foul by R.J. Taylor.
Nice play by Q, not to panic late in the shot clock. He was able to make a drive, find the baseline where there was no help. Man, Drew Steffi is commanding 2 and 3 guys every time he puts the ball on the floor.
Second foul on Taylor, third team foul on UNI. As Calron House, he was grabbed by Taylor, goes to the low left block, fading away, baseline left is in there. That's a beauty for Calron House. He's got 4 in the second half, he's got 12 in the game, back to a 9-point lead. Weisbro to his right, Hornseth on the perimeter, pitch back to Taylor at his hip. Taylor reverse near side, Schweiger down low, and another foul by Drew Steffi. As Hornseth was cutting to the rim, they're going to say, was he shooting?
Oh, they can't let him shoot. No, it's going to be out of bounds. It's just crowds reacting to the call, and they're right. It's an anticipated call. It looked like Drew was going to have to take a path, go through the chest.
Weisbro bounced into Schweiger, and Schweiger right over Calron House, in for 2 more. Schweiger now, he's got 7 points here in the second half. He's in the double figures now with 10 for UNI, the lone Panther in double figures. 43-36, this is as close as UNI has been here in the second half after trailing by 14. Oh, Sykes, he'll put a 3 up, it's long. Rebound off to Rollins, he's got a double-double. Rollins goes up, attacks off the glass too strong. Battle for the board, and it's taken away by Schweiger. Schweiger to his right to Weisbrod. Weisbrod sideline right, 43-36, 7-point lead for SIU, UNI with the ball. Weisbrod to the nail to Bond. Bond at that right elbow in those black Nike sneakers. Got Sykes in the air. Beat Bond to the rack. Tip in by Hornseth off the miss. Hornseth with 2 more. He's got 9 in the game. Sykes to the rack and a 2-handed slam, and now they're going to tee him up, I believe.
Oh. No, timeout.
Okay.
No.
Woo,
Too many people underneath the rim on that one. He had to hang on. But I thought you might be right.
No, it is a timeout for SIU. A lot of the fans thought they called a technical. I thought they did as well. But it's going to be a dunk for Davion Sykes. His 2 shots made tonight are big dunks, and that will take us to a media timeout. When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the new Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to college sports live with the Varsity Network app. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You work hard to keep your car running and your home safe, so it makes sense to keep them protected with a company that has your interests at the heart of what they do. That's why turning to Country Financial for car and home insurance is an easy choice. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families like yours for 100 years. That's the kind of stability you can trust. Our dedicated reps live and work right in your community and are ready to connect with you to get insurance that fits your needs. Get more for your car and home insurance at countryfinancial.com.
Rollins Aligbe with his 3rd double-double of his Saluki career, all coming this season, has SIU in front 45-38 after that Saluki dunk by Davion Sykes. Gives us time to remind you the Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois is the official orthopedic provider for Saluki Athletics. To get back in the game, trust the Sports Medicine Center at the Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois.
Southern really needs to stop here. They need to get this thing back to a 3-4 possession game, back up to the 10-pointer before Schweiger made that. Schweiger makes that end of the shot clock 3. Get a stop here, get a bucket, and keep this thing going. Southern's done a nice job answering Northern Iowa's baskets. They've done a really good job in this stretch over the last 5 possessions.
45-38, it will be Northern Iowa basketball. They'll go the length of the floor. Schweiger, Taylor, Hornseth, Bond, and Weisbrod are the 5 on the floor for UNI, as Taylor, guarded by Calron House. Prince Aligbe, Davion Sykes, Rollins Aligbe, and Drew Steffi remain on the floor for SIU. House knocked it loose. Taylor gets it back. Taylor on the near wing, switched off on Rollins Aligbe. Top of the key, Weisbrod lobbed it in the Hornseth, threw it out of bounds. It's still bouncing. Hornseth tried to save it. It was touched last by Hornseth, and UNI, it's SIU ball. Saluki's got caught in a switch where Hornseth had the matchup, and Jalen Haynes tried to get in quickly enough, but he couldn't. As Calron House will march it down left to right. Q tells Steffi to come get the dribble handoff. Now it's straight away Rollins Aligbe, and they don't know what they're doing. Rollins Aligbe, miscommunication. As Rollins now near corner, Steffi. Steffi in front of SIU's bench. Straight away to Sykes with 12 on the shot clock. Sykes with 10. Straight away with 9. Around a screen. Sidesteps his way. Rollins is open, looking for his 4th 3 of the game. It's on its way. 4 for 4. Rollins Aligbe. Heat up, young man. He's got 19. Rollins Aligbe ties his career high of 19 points. It's a 10-point lead for SIU. 10:30 to go here in the second half. Hornseth again wide open in front of the rack, and he laid it in. I don't know why you're switching.
Especially that high. You're switching up in the dog logo beyond the nose. That you can go underneath. Taylor's not going to shoot a pull-up 3 for Ben Jacobson. Go underneath that one. Just keep that play there. It's action Northern Iowa's doing just to create the mismatch.
Prince Aligbe subs out of the game. Jalen Haynes is in. 48-40, Will Hornseth. He's got 11 points now to lead all Panthers. He's here in the second half as Hornseth flings it on up there and knocks it in. As Hornseth, 48-41. SIU leads with the ball. Calhoun House near corner. Back to Davion Sykes. UNI trying to win back-to-back games. SIU, they've lost their last 4. Drew Steffi, mid-range shot, short. Rebound goes off to the left to Weisbro. Down ahead to Bond. Stolen away by Haynes. Haynes, sideline right for SIU. Top of the circle. Haynes backs his way from the left elbow behind that left bend. Far left corner, Calhoun House trying to get a screen from Rollins. They trap him sideline left. One hands at Haynes. Haynes on the near wing. Rollins open, low right block, and he traveled. Made a shot, but he traveled prior to it. 9:53 on the clock, 48-41. Ben Jacobson edging his team on here as he claps his hands. UNI hasn't been within 7 ever since they trailed by 14.
If there was ever a time Southern needs to win the fourth quarter, it's this one. We're now in the fourth quarter, up 7. Let's see if Southern can get some stops stacked together.
Davion Sykes picks up Schweiger near the Saluki dog mouth. To his left, switched off on the Calhoun House. Schweiger near corner with Drew Steffi guarding. Weisbro looking for a post-entry feed. Still on the perimeter. Bounce past the Hornseth on the left elbow. Spins his way into Rollins. Lost it going up, and it's Calhoun House with it. House at the midcourt stripe for Southern. All the way to the rack. Goes up with his right hand. Kissed it home, but he's fouled. Late foul call. Q very slow getting up. He's been dealing with a hip pointer and a groin. That's kept him out, and Q bounces up quickly. A really tremendous tape job by Riley Hoistad to get Q ready. He'll be practicing his House to the line. For House tonight, he's 1 for 2. Free throw on its way for House. Off of his right hand, and it's long. And yells out an expletive. 48-41, 9:26 left in the game. Free throw line right. Hip high, dribbles. Off of his right hand with some black tape on it, and he knocks it through. It's Calhoun House. He's got 5 points now in the second half, 13 in the game. 49-41, SIU with the lead on defense. Weisbro gets to the Valley, Tex the Maroon. Bounce pass Hornseth. Low right block into the chest of Rollins. Knocked loose again, and it's taken away by Calhoun House. House, middle of the floor. Top of the key. Near wing, attacks Taylor. Comes to a jump stop. Off the Sykes. Wide open, dunk again! Davion Sykes, his 3rd slam of the night. 2nd in the second half. SIU back in front by 10. 51-41. Taylor past that midcourt timing stripe. 8:50 to go in the game. Taylor, pressure by House, shoves off of him, high on that near wing. Taylor switched off on the Davion Sykes. On the near left wing is Weisbro. Back to his right, Taylor. Hornseth in the high post. Hornseth to his right. Hands off to Schweiger. Schweiger reverses the Taylor on the perimeter. Now straight away Schweiger. Post entry feed. Hornseth swat away by House. Here comes Steffi. House is gimping. Sykes all the way down. He turns it over. Taylor on the baseline. And now Bond comes back. House is hurt. Top of the circle. Weisbro goes back to Taylor. Weisbro 3 on the way and knocks in his first 3 of the game. Weisbro, his first field goal made in the game. He was 0 for 5 prior. Haynes on that high left arc. Goes back to his right, Davion Sykes. House stays in the game. 51-44, 7-point lead for SIU. They have the ball with 8 minutes to go. House shoves off his man. Shot was missed. Sykes corrals it. He doesn't get a whistle as it gets off to the left, and the rebound to Hornseth, and here comes UNI. Right to left comes UNI. They trail by 7. This is as close as they've been in the second half. Weisbro, mid-range on its way. Just rims around and off. Here comes SIU. Quickly down, 51-44. House with a high shoulder, high dribble. Now down to his hip. Terminates his dribble to his left, Sykes. High left wing, Jalen Haynes. One hands at Rollins, who's 4 for 4 from 3 tonight. Calhoun House on the near arc. House looking to his left to Steffi with 13. Shot clock is down to 10. SIU with the ball on the lead, 51-44. 7:22 to go in the game. Sykes mid-range on its way. Rimmed around and down! It hit every part of that rim and finally kissed home. 7:13 to go, 53-44. SIU with the lead. Nearing the 7 minute to go here in the second half. SIU trying to get a defensive stop. Taylor, high left wing to the right arc. Weisbro to the rack, dished off Hornseth, stolen away. Steffi saved it on the baseline. Steffi sideline left for Southern. 9-point lead in the ball. Steffi split his men to the near corner, Haynes. Haynes with 25 on the shot clock. He'll back his way out to Calhoun House. House crosses man over, fade away from the elbow. He's just fine. Calhoun House knocks it in. He's got 7 in the second half, 15 in the game, and SIU back to a double-digit lead with 6:40 to go.
Wow, Southern needed that run so bad. They really answered that little segment where Jake called a timeout about the 13:02 mark, down 7. and Southern's able to come back and really put some good offense together.
SIU leads at 55-44. We'll take the timeout with them. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Looking to make your farm and rural life dreams a reality? Contact Farm Credit Illinois, where local staff support farm families, rural communities, and agriculture throughout the Saluki Nation. As a cooperative owned by its borrower members, Farm Credit provides farm financing, crop insurance expertise, and lending for rural homes and country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed today and tomorrow.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to Mediacom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between an off-the-farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development.
55-44, 6:40 to go here in the second half, and Southern's been here before here during this stretch of 4 straight losses. Southern trying to snap that here tonight. It would tie the longest losing streak in the Nagy era with a loss tonight, which would be 5 in a row. Of course, SIU lost the first 5 games of league play last year before they flipped it and was able to win, get to a 4-6 mark through the first half of league play. With not playing the Evansville game, it kind of gets the first half numbers a little wonky as SIU 2-7 in league play. But bottom line, Coach Watson, you want to just close this out, and you're 1-0 on the night, and that's all you're going to care about.
That's all you care about now. I'll tell you what, something that's very uncharacteristic are 13 turnovers. I'm telling you, Southern stats missed 1 or 2 early in the game, but that's neither here nor there. The mismatch that they're looking for inside, especially with their big guy, they're just not getting good angles, and Southern's taking advantage of some uncharacteristic sloppy play by Northern Iowa.
Look at the bench scoring too, Coach Watson. 23-8.
House accords a big part of it, but you know what? He came off the bench. It's the way it is, just like Haynes starting.
Taylor in the backcourt for UNI brings it across with 24 on the shot clock. Bond corrals it with his right hand at his hip. Bond in that purple jersey goes baseline left, spinning his way. Haynes knocked it loose, and he takes it away. SIU comes down left to right, leading by 11. Haynes into his man Taylor, and it's going to be a block on Taylor, and Haynes will go to the line. He'll have 2 shots. 6:22 left on that game clock. 55-44. SIU leads by 11.
At least Haynes' 4th steal, if not his 5th, but I know 4th for sure. Man, this young guy's got great anticipation, long arms. House is now limping a little bit, but he's saying, forget that, man. Let's play.
I know. Damian Mayo talking with him as well. So he fixes his shoes, and Coach Nagy just asked him. He said, hey, are you okay? Again, you don't want to make it worse as Jalen Haynes knocks in the free throw. That's Jalen Haynes' first point of the game. He's impacted this game in so many ways. We have said his name so many times tonight. I almost thought I was wrong when I said that. It's not all about points. Haynes made them both. Ripples the rope on both of them. SIU 6 minutes and 20 seconds away from snapping this losing skid. Schweiger, top of the key to his right, turned away by Sykes. Switched off on the Calron House. Near court, bomb, lost out of bounds. Turnover number 15 on UNI.
3 in a row, 3 possessions in a row. They had a weird stat, like it's like the 5th or 6th within like a 5-minute period is so uncharacteristic for Northern Iowa.
You know, you don't want to say first time we're going to see Diouf come in here in the second half. Hornseth comes out. Hornseth's played well. That's probably why we've seen Diouf very minimal.
You talked about impacting the game. He's a plus 15, the biggest plus minus Haynes has of everyone on the floor right now.
Calron House near right corner. Out of the corner goes to the top of the circle, Prince of League Bay. UNI here on defense. Davion Sykes looking to his near right. Sykes on the perimeter, tried to reverse it back, needs help. Damian Mayo gets the handoff with 13. Prince Saluki on the left of the bin with 10. Now it's House with 9. On the perimeter with 8. House pushed back near the stripe with 5. At that left arc, rising and firing for 3. Left it short. Ball out of bounds. Weisbrod stepped out, and it's going to stay with SIU. Shot clock will reset the 20. 5:42 on the game clock. 57-44 lead for the Salukis.
Giving credit where credit's due. It won't show up on the stat sheet, but Prince Saluki is right in the middle. He caused that travel.
On the near baseline, Calvin House. Bounce pass in the Prince. Prince corrals it, lowers his shoulder in. He is trapped, fading away. Threw the pass into the hands of Mayo. Mayo has it low right block. Trying to go up strong. He will with his right hand, and he gets it to fall. That's his first made field goal of the game. SIU by 15. Here comes UNI, down right to left. Taylor atop that Saluki dog head at midcourt. To his right, Diouf. Diouf looking to his right, Bond on the back door, dunks it. There's Leon Bond. That's his second made field goal of the game. He's got 4 points. 13-point lead for SIU, 5:10 to go in the game. Prince breaks down his man. Diouf takes him on into his chest. Right-handed shot is in, and he's fouled. Oh, be careful there, Prince Saluki. He was yelling an expletive at an official, and you want to be careful. 5:06 on that clock. As Prince, he's got 6 points all in the second half. He's got a chance to make it 7.
Davion Sykes comes out of the game. Rollins comes in the game. Man, Sykes has been impactful in this game. His plus-minus is off the chart as well. Davion is a huge, huge factor for Southern.
Prince Saluki going to the line where tonight he's been outstanding. 4-4. Southern 8 of 10 here in the second half from the free throw line. 9 of 15 in the game. Prince Saluki, multiple knee-high dribbles. Again at his hip. They'll fling it up with his right hand, left it way short. And Weisbrod gets the rebound. Weisbrod, sideline left, on the near wing. Weisbrod hit high dribble. Off the Diouf, he threw it away and out of bounds. Man, oh man, you just don't see this very often from Northern Iowa.
Well, Southern's forced Northern Iowa to speed up, and I think the pace of the game has played out. This is going to be close to at this point, the 61st.
Let's go, Matt.
Yeah, 61.
Let's go, mathematician.
Yeah, I got it.
I know Carol Watson taught you
I was
well.
strong there. English was a little bit of my challenge.
61-46. SIU with the ball and the lead. Trying to snap a 4-game skid. Haynes open. Low left block. Off the pass from Mayo. Left it short. Ball touched out of bounds to UNI. Man, it was such a good play. We'll love to see Haynes finish it.
Same play that Jalen got beat on at the other end. Southern did a nice job executing, just Haynes couldn't get it in. This pace is not good for Northern Iowa, and I hope Southern can continue it. But it really is their defensive effort in this second half has been outstanding.
4:40 to go. SIU leads 61-46. Last 2 home games, they've led at the under 4-minute media timeout and were unable to win both of those games. Weisbrod. High left arc, 16 on the shot clock. Near corner 3 on its way, too strong. Prince Saluki gets the rebound. Prince, it's his 4th rebound of the game and 4th here in the second half. Calvin House slows it down. 4:17 to go in the game. 61-46 lead for SIU. Jalen Haynes looks for Mayo on a back door. It goes off to his left. On the left arc, Prince downhill quickly. Low right block, lost it near out of bounds. Saved on the baseline. Toe tapping was Prince. The House with 10. Now at 9. Rollins with 8. On the perimeter with 6. Now it's Haynes with 5. Across the House on the near wing with 3. With 2. 3 on the way for House, fading away off the front of the rim. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with SIU. It was off of Diouf. And that brings us to our final media timeout. SIU is in control, but they've been here before. Saluki Nation, it is far from over. 61-46 lead for the Dogs. Trying to close out Northern Iowa when we come back. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
2 things: communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. All right, Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
Back here inside Banterra Center as SIU trying to close out Northern Iowa. It'll be the first time winning consecutive games over the Panthers since winning 4 in a row from 2017 to 2019. And SIU would snap that dreaded 4-game skid and also give Scott Nagy career win number 600, which he would become just the 13th active coach to have 600 or more career wins that have coached at multiple levels, not just including the Division I ranks. But still a long way to go, Coach Watson, as we said. Now, Northern Iowa has really struggled offensively, but if you're SIU, as long as you don't turn it over here in the final couple of possessions and you get at least a point out of a possession, you're going to be in a good spot.
Trey Campbell said a long time in this game, and Westbrook can still get hot in these last 3 minutes.
Straight away, and Campbell is not on the floor right now. Near side, Prince League Bay attacks Taylor into the chest of Polk. He was fouled and will have 2 free throws.
The old flex. I would love to see in flex action. The baseline screen that created a switch and got a mismatch for Rollins and for Prince to get a guard on him. Really nice play out of bounds for the coaches calling that out of the huddle.
Polk is the one who gets whistled for the foul. It's the 18th foul on UNI. Prince to the line. It was a shooting foul. He'll shoot 2 regardless. Prince, all 6 of his points have come here in the second half. As Prince takes his time, multiple dribbles on the Valley Text in maroon with those white Under Armour socks. Flings it up and hits the back of that orange rim. As Prince points up to the lights, gets the Wilson ball, goes around his back once, spins it in his hands. Multiple dribbles at the bottom of the Valley Text in maroon. Eyes up at that orange rim. It's up off his right hand, swirls around and off. And Diouf gets the rebound. Here comes UNI. They trail 61-46, 3:35 to go in the game. Weisbro, top of the circle, Taylor. Weisbro to his right, around a Diouf screen. Weisbro to his left, at the Valley Tech, spins around back outside Taylor. Taylor to his right, Diouf on the perimeter. Diouf with 13 on the shot clock, now 11. Hand off back to Taylor. Taylor, mid-range shot blocked by Steph. He saved it on the baseline to Calron House. What a play. 61-46, 3:10 to go in the game. SIU, the Saluki Nation can feel it, who are still here. House just inside that Saluki bench on the near side. Prince wide open. Now he's trapped. Back outside now one-on-one. Prince and Polk. Back to Calron House. Baseline right. Through that double team, and he floats it in. House with 9 points in the second half. 17 in the game as Taylor inbounds to Weisbro. And here comes UNI. They trail by 17. 2:45 to go. Diouf, hand off to Polk straight away. Polk to his left, overhead to Hutchins. Hutchins down low, and he was fouled by SIU, and he'll have shots at the free throw line. 2:37 on the clock. SIU in front by 17. 2:37 left.
Northern Iowa, since the media timeout at 3:51, has played with only one starter on the floor, Weisbro. And in comes another guy coming off the bench that I don't recognize, and that's kind of Jake's way of saying we're going to play this thing out here.
Chase Corbett is the one who's coming in. As you can tell, Rodney Watson, he is the most prepared analyst in our league. Back of the rim and goes down.
Can't get too caught up in those names, Luke, especially for the other team. We go by numbers, as Coach Aaron used to say.
We go by numbers, gang.
We go by numbers, gang.
Oh, shoot.
I'll tell you about numbers, man. Those turnovers are a big number for Northern Iowa.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hutchins. Second free throw for Hutchins on its way, and he made them both. Kissed every part of the rim before it finally went down. Hutchins picks up Calron House in the backcourt. 63-48, 2:30 to go here in the game. Hutchins pressures House at that midcourt stripe. House still dribbling away with 20. House nearly trapped, gets to his near right. He is double teamed in front of SIU's bench, and it's going to be a travel on House and a turnover. So 2:21 left. Still SIU leading 63-48. Hutchins will inbound right in front of the Saluki bench. Taylor comes down right to left. Taylor and UNI still with the basketball. Top of the key, Diouf. Diouf to his near left. Pitch to Hutchins. Downhill on Damian Mayo with 4 fouls. Fading away on the right hashes and in. Hutchins, he scored the last 4 for UNI. 13-point game, 2:04 to go. Hutchins pressures Cal House again. Sideline left. House to the rack. Lobbed it up to Rollins and an exclamation point for Rollins of League Bay. Scott Nagy prancing as he jumps up and down to get his team back on defense. 65-50, 1:48 to go in the game. Diouf. Pitch back, Taylor. Taylor on the near wing to his right, Hutchins. Now it's Diouf straight away with 1:39 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Poke, 3 on the way, wide right. Ball tipped around, out of bounds, and it will go to SIU. 65-50 is the score, 1:32 left. And Southern Illinois can start to feel this one to go in the win column. House will walk it up, and UNI does not pressure. Ben Jacobson watches Scott Nagy as he calls out the offensive set. Prince of League Bay back to Calron House. 1:19 to go in the game. It's Calron between the leg dribble to his right on the near wing. Gets downhill. Rise and fire. Near side of the hashes. Can't get the fall. Went off of Corbett's leg. Out of bounds. And it's going to be SIU ball.
Corbett is doing his best to try to trick the refs. And as he'll find out, that doesn't work, especially when you come off deep off the bench.
1:08 to go. 20 on the shot clock. Steffi near corner. Gets the inbound from House. Around the horn they go. Drew Steffi regains control at 15 on the shot clock. Under a minute to go now here inside Banterra. 15-point lead for SIU. Steffi was fouled on his way to the rack, and he'll get free throws. That's the 5th foul on R.J. Taylor, so he's fouled out of the game. Hunter Jacobson is going to check into the game. Jalen Haynes will sub in as well here for SIU. Hunter, the son of head coach Ben Jacobson. As House comes out, gets a nice hand. Davion Sykes in for Damian Mayo. 57.4 seconds left. Jaheim Weber will check in. Rollins of League Bay, he deserves a really nice hand. Yeah, get on your feet, Saluki Nation, for the double-double. 3rd of his Saluki career. As Steffi here at the free throw line, the first of the 1-and-1, rims around and off. Corbett gets the rebound, 65-50, 55 seconds left. Hutchins on that right arc finds Diouf. Diouf dribble hand off with Jacobson. Jacobson top of the key to the left elbow. Jacobson rises, firing, left it short. Rebound to Prince of League Bay. This will be Southern's last offensive possession, about a 12-second difference between game clock and shot clock. SIU about to put to bed this 4-game losing skid. Prince of League Bay straight away with 18. Now it's Drew Steffi with a low right block. Steffi with 3 Panthers around him. Saves it out to Prince. Prince with 12, now 10. Near corner Steffi. 3 on the way with 10 on the shot clock. Off the heel, off the Hutchins. Here comes UNI. Quickly down right to left. Shot clock turned off. Hutchins shot blocked by Sykes on the floor and a late whistle. It's going to be a foul on Drew Steffi. 65-50 with 12.9 left.
So good to see Sykes play so well in this game. Gosh, he's really been impactful just in so many ways other than scoring. Obviously, the finishes at the rim, but, man, just his presence just feels like we're back in November, December, and he's playing some of his best basketball probably of his life.
Hutchins back to the line where he just made 2 free throws. 65-50 is the score. And at first, rims off. Prince has the rebound. Now just dribble it out. 65-50. Southern will dribble it out. They got to get it past the midcourt stripe, and they do. And that will do it. SIU ends the 4-game skid, and Scott Nagy becomes the 13th active head coach to reach 600 career wins. He is the 70th all-time to reach number 600. SIU wins game number 9. They are now 9-12 on the season, 3-7 in the Valley. The 4-game losing streak is put to bed. Northern Iowa falls to 5-6 in the Missouri Valley Conference and now 13-9 on the season. IBEW Local 702 postgame show is next. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
SIU Credit Union knows what it means to be a part of a team. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, community is what it's all about. They're not just here for your financial needs, they're here to give back, because people helping people is at the heart of everything they do. You can join SIU-CU if you live or work in one of the lower 24 counties in southern Illinois. That's right, if you're a Saluki fan, you can be a part of their team too. Learn more at SIUCU.org. SIU Credit Union, your financial home team. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Era Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to MediaCom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2
Okay, so you're going to cue me on the 600
and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844
Okay, got it.
faster for details.
This is Steve Huggard, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the 3-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need. Our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
We all like new stuff. A new car, a new house, even a new big screen TV. The looks, smell, and feel of something new. If you love new, then you'll love Newbie's Pizza in Carbondale. That's why they handcraft each order to your specific detail and desire. Think about Newbie's Pizza at 830 East Walnut Street in Carbondale. Visit NEWBYSPIZZA.com. Newbie's Pizza, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
Saluki Basketball has been brought to you by SIU Credit Union, helping our members by providing more services, fewer fees, and better rates. Stop by a branch today. Welcome to the IBEW Local 702 postgame show. IBEW Local 702, 4,000 men and women proud to support the Salukis.
SIU gets the win tonight over Northern Iowa. 65-50 is the final score as SIU ends the 4-game skid. Phenomenal night. We're going to talk to Rollins of League Bay. 21-point game. It's a career high for him. Another double-double. It's his third double-double in his Saluki career. 21 points for him. And Kelron House was outstanding too, but Davion Sykes plus 15 in the game. Jalen Haynes also had plus 19 in the game. There's multiple Salukis that we could talk to, but we'll talk to both of them when we return, and as well as our Sam C. Mitchell coaches interview with the victorious head coach, Scott Nagy. We'll take a timeout. This is the IBEW Local 702 postgame show. You're listening to Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Growing up in Southern Illinois, you learn the importance of helping others. I'm Caden Hawkins, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to represent this region as a member of SIU's Saluki men's basketball team. It's also why I'm glad to be a Banterra customer, because they support our communities. Plus, I can open my account online, and with their Saluki Visa debit card, I know my purchases contribute to SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Saluki fans, accuracy and timing matter on the court, and they matter in surgery too.
At SIH, our surgeons use advanced robotic-assisted technology for more precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery, so you can get back to cheering on your Salukis. Trust the team that treats every procedure like a game-winning play. SIH, advancing care because it's personal. Learn more at sih.net/robotics.
This is Steve Huggart, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the three-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need, our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Anyone can slap a logo on a shirt, but your branded apparel isn't just merchandise. It's your reputation walking around town, your team's identity, and your company's handshake before you even say hello. At Silkworm, we understand that when you put your name on something, it better be perfect. Because at the end of the day, we're not just printing shirts, we're protecting what you've built. And that deserves more than an algorithm and a prayer. Silkworm, quality orders, on time, delivered with awesome customer service. The human way.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Looks like someone got a water bath a little bit here in front of us. Head coach Scott Nagy joins us for his comments. Are brought to you by CMC Mitchell and Associates. Coach, you knew in any way possible, just find a way to end this losing skid, to get your guys who have been working their tails off each and every day. Just how proud are you of your group to put behind this skid and still come back to work each and every day and have just a tremendous effort tonight?
It's been great, and we talk. You know, my wife helped remind me that you know your culture is only as good as in your lowest moments. And you know, we were. I felt like I wasn't doing a very good job of even, you know, being able to have our culture. Because I was low, you know, and I'm fighting, and so it was a good reminder to me that you know, we want to have that culture at the worst, because it's easy. Everybody talks when you're winning, you know, there's no problems. Every team has dysfunction; they just do. Because we're dealing with people, and there's no perfection. And so I'm really proud of the guys. I thought Tay and Hawk did a good job of putting a game plan together. They, you know, obviously they're playing faster. They're you know, even on makes, they're trying to push and find some extra points for them. You know, I felt like it would be a rock fight. As two teams offensively, they were struggling. It was nice to get Q back. That helped us. Obviously, Rollins played a great game tonight, and you know, was very active on both ends. But defensively, we were pretty good.
I think a guy, you always say to us, I don't look at the points column. You know, that's not the main thing you look at when you get a stat sheet. I thought Jalen Haynes was a great example of that when he went to the line late, got those 2 free throws. Was shocked it was the first thing. It was the first time he said his name. I mean, 4 steals, 3 assists. Just felt like he was everywhere on the floor for you, especially defensively.
Yeah, he was, and he was struggling offensively. Like he had no aggressiveness to him, and he was frustrated with that. You know, I thought he was a little tentative offensively, but he did a lot of really other good things, and so. You know, one of the things that we've got to focus on now, if we have Q back, is Jalen learning some of the sets at different positions. You know, because all he knows him as a point right now, and all of a sudden we get him back and we put him in there. Mayo gets fouled, and we put him at the 3, and he's like, I'm not sure what to do at the 3, and so that'll be spend the next few days getting that down, because we need Jay on the floor quite a bit.
Coach, we get a chance to talk nearly every game to the opposing coach, and something that always comes up, kind of you talking about culture, is that the one thing everyone talks about is your physicality and your rebounding, and that reputation comes from you from South Dakota State, the right state to here, and your team has taken that on. Does your team understand their strength in that area?
Well, the numbers out of league bared that out. In league, it hasn't bared it out. We haven't been a great rebounding team, and when I watch film, I just don't think we're as physical as we need to be, and so we're trying to I don't want our players to think they're physical when we're not playing physical. When I look at the rebound numbers, it's telling me that we're not. And being physical isn't just, just throwing guys around and being crazy. It's doing what you're supposed to do, like blocking out, even if you don't get to rebound. We've not done a very good job of that. And so, we made that a focus this week of actually, just go back to the basics, and the players don't like it, but if we're not doing it, then we're clearly not teaching it well, and so we have to go back to the basics. I thought they did better today. Northern Iowa's not a big offensive rebound team. They're more focused on getting people back and keeping you out of your break.
They certainly focus on the defensive side, and you guys still got 8 offensive rebounds. How important was Davion Sykes' performance tonight to you?
Very. He didn't play great in the first half. And this is what I'm talking about. At halftime, Prince and Davion had almost 17 minutes of play and no rebounds. And so, we talked to them about that at half. We need you guys on the glass. But Davion was very active in the second half offensively. He cut. He was on the glass better. And he's just an extra guy out there that can handle the ball, which is a big deal for us.
It's an area that Coach Watson pinpoints throughout our broadcast of how Rollins rebounds and how high he gets.
Wow. Yeah, he
with
went
both
and got
of
it
his
tonight. Yeah.
Can you describe how rare it is to see guys rebound the basketball that well, especially in guys that you've coached throughout your years?
I've coached a lot of great ones. Rollins, most of the great ones I've coached, they're built really, really strong below the waist. And Rollins is a little different. He's built more strong above the waist. And, you look at their player, Hornseth, he below the waist, you can't move him. And but Rollins has a good nose for the ball, and he had real life to him tonight. I mean, I think it was one of those deals where this is ending now, and I'm going to make sure that it does. And you get to that point where it's just no, I'm tired of this. But now we have to maintain that. That's the key. And I've just been concerned. I watch our guys, make a great play and kind of celebrate. I'm just we've got to get back. We've got to get used to being able to make a great play, and that's no big deal. That's just no big deal. And I think that the part of that comes with your culture and being used to winning, and we're still trying to get our guys there. And I see them, and I want them to be excited, but there are times to be excited, and there's times to make great play. We've got the ball's still in play. We have to get back. And again, we just have to learn how to deal with success.
Rollins on the other side really helps you from the three-point line. That's something that you obviously have a lot of confidence in him. But by my eye, he really shoots it in rhythm right now. Yeah. Man, he has really improved in that area.
Well, let's not talk about it too much with him out here, but he has a good stroke. There's no question about it. And people are leaving him alone, and he's getting some pick and pops, and he really shot the ball well tonight. That was a big factor for us tonight, for sure.
Sure was. A huge factor, too, was Q getting back out there and being available. And, man, what a punch he was able to pack on your bench tonight with 17 points.
Yeah, I mean, there all of a sudden your bench looks a lot different. Yeah. And, just having him back, whether he started or Jalen did, it doesn't matter. It makes our bench better having him back.
How did you try to manage him really tonight? Because there were moments in the second half where you could look at maybe there were moments he was crying. You checked with him at once and he said, "Hey, you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm good, coach."
I think he stubbed his toe or something when he was limping around. But in his case, you're always checking his hip. But I didn't worry about managing him too much. He's a good athlete. Good athletes recover quickly and can play.
Coach, before we let you go, obviously tonight a very historic moment for you. And I know it's a moment that you don't really want to bring a lot of attention to because that is you. 600 career wins now for you. You become the 13th active coach in the country with 600 wins, the 70th all-time to reach this mark. And when you've coached as long as you have, it's the lives you have impacted. And before we get your comments on it, we have some folks that want to congratulate you on 600 wins as Coach Nagy picks up 600 career wins here tonight.
From win number 1 on the sidelines in 1995 in Brookings, South Dakota, to 600 on the sidelines in Carbondale, Illinois. Congratulations to head coach Scott Nagy on 600 career wins.
11 seconds left, no timeouts for the Jacks. Inbound to Wallace, 8 seconds left. Front court off to Dom, 6 seconds left. Dom spins down the lane, puts one up off glass, good! With 2 and 8/10 of a second left. The inbound to Mooney in the backcourt around a screen, 55-footer left sideline, no good. South Dakota State on Mike Dom's jumper with less than 3 seconds left defeats the University of South Dakota.
Coach Nagy, this is former South Dakota State University Jackrabbit Ryan Johnson. Congratulations on your 600th win. What an accomplishment for you and your entire basketball family to celebrate. Good luck to you and the rest of your team the rest of the season. Go Jacks and go Dogs.
South Dakota State is going back to the dance. The Jackrabbits are in the NCAA tournament once again.
Hey, Coach Nagy. Brian Norbert from South Dakota State. Was there for your first win, your first year at SDSU, and congrats on 600. Thankful and always proud to have played for you and the influence you've had on all of us. Congrats, Coach.
This is Casey Esslin. Congratulations, Coach Nagy, on your 600th win. That is an amazing accomplishment for an amazing coach, but an even more amazing person. It is not at all surprising to me that you're still coaching at such a high level and winning games and developing young men along the way. I am very grateful to have had the opportunity to play for you during the start of your coaching career at SDSU. You made a lasting impact on me, and I appreciate all that you have meant to me throughout my life. Keep focusing on defense, rebounding, and staying positive. I wish you many more wins down the road. Congrats, Coach.
He'll lob it front court, George Marshall. 2 seconds left, and that'll do it. For the 28th straight time in Frost Arena, South Dakota State is a winner. And the Jacks have clinched a top 2 seed in next weekend's Summit League Tournament with a 71-59 victory over I-29 rival North Dakota State.
Scott, this is Coach Coombs, congratulating you on your 600 wins. Your father is very proud, as I am also. You've done a great job at 3 different institutions, Scott, and you've done it always the right way. High moral character, and you've always recruited hard, you've always worked hard. Congratulations, and I just want to wish you luck for the rest of the year. Go Salukis!
5.9 to go. House has it in the backcourt with 5. Midcourt stripe with 4. Near arc with 3. With 2. With 1. House to the rack. Runner for the win. Got it! Southern wins it at the Horn. SIU. Kelron House. Scott Nagy looks like a 10-year-old jumping around.
Coach Nagy, it's J-Mac here. Just want to congratulate you on career win number 600. I know I've only been part of your staff for a small amount of time, but the stories that I've heard from former players and coaches for how you've impacted them on and off the court is truly remarkable. I'm so thankful that I've gotten to be part of your staff for the past year and a half. The impact that you've had on me is truly remarkable, and it's made me a better person. Many more wins to come here at SIU, and let's go Dogs.
Scott Nagy, I know you like to downplay moments and milestones like this, but how can you tonight? That winning and losing are the same thing. They're both outcomes. They're really the same. The only difference is the way it's viewed by the public. They're exactly the same. People listen to you more when you win, but there have been times where you've done the very best you can, but you've lost. And there have been times when you haven't done the very best that you can, and you've won. But deep down inside, without worrying about how other people view you, you know deep down inside how you felt. And that's the whole key. It takes the pressure off of winning and losing if you know you just have to do the best you can. Thank you for teaching your players over these decades, challenging them to live like that, to do the best that they can, that it's not just about winning and losing.
Coach, congratulations. I know a lot of those voices have meant a lot to you through your years as being a head coach. I know ultimately the last one, the biggest one, being Jamie. You can't do it without those folks. I know you can't. What it means tonight to just hear those voices, to think of all the great moments that you've had. And, man, when you read through the names, brother, that you're a part of now and that list, it is an impressive list.
Yeah, and this may sound strange, but I'm just as thankful for the losses as I am the wins, because it's, it's helped me. It just has helped me pursue God, quite frankly. It just, when you're winning and everything's going great, you don't necessarily need that. And so I'm maybe the, the strangest thing is that the losses are a bigger blessing for me in my life. And, I don't want to spend a lot of time here at Southern Illinois celebrating it, because really the fans of Southern Illinois haven't been a big part of that. And I'm really embarrassed that we haven't gotten to this point much quicker. And I'm frustrated by it, obviously. And I told the players in there what my hope is in these next 4 years is that I can get to 700 and build the program that we want to build here. Like I say, I walk around here, and this year is going to be 19 years, and I really do think all I want to do is bring Southern Illinois back to the NCAA tournament and do that for the fans here, because these fans have waited a long time, and so that's where my heart is and what I want to get done here.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Congratulations again just on the team's win. Hey, you get rewarded with the team that's won 7 in a row here on Saturday, coming in with UIC.
Yeah. So, and they're playing well for sure, yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Appreciate
Congratulations,
it.
Coach.
Thank you.
Once again, that was head coach Scott Nagy. Join us. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our Marion Toyota players of the game. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true home-style cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Conveniently located in the heart of Southern Illinois lies Rend Lake Golf Resort, the region's only 27-hole public golf course. With 5 sets of tees, expansive greens, driving range, and on-site PGA instruction, Rend Lake Golf Resort is perfect for golfers of all skill levels. Looking for stay-and-play packages? Check out Rend Lake Golf Resort's on-site lodging, condos, and cabins. After your round, relax with friends and family and enjoy a meal on-site at Seasons Restaurant. To learn more, visit us at RendLakeGolfResort.com. Rend Lake Golf Resort, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof?
Yes, sir.
But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of SAMC Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of SAMC Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
It feels really good. I mean, it kind of just been feeling like every time I play good, we don't win. So I don't know, it's good to be in the winning column now, getting that. And then it's just good. Like, I feel good now. Like, everybody can go to sleep happy and stuff like that.
And it feels really good when you're getting some pressure here from your teammates, getting some love here from Luke. And you must have Luke Walsh rubbed off on you, I guess, with those threes, right? Is that who's been helping you?
Yeah, he's been showing me off in practice a little bit.
No, but Rollins, let's really, the 10 rebounds you got, they were hard-earned, especially the 9 defensive boards. Coach Watson talks about your ability to just go get them and how high you get, especially with both hands high in the air. Just take us through where you've really embraced that side of it, especially this year.
I just feel like, it's pretty hard for somebody to box me out, and I feel like at my size, too, I have a really good jumping ability. So, sometimes I don't box out and just chase the board, but I feel like that helps me sometimes, just being, athletic and being tall, too, and big. So it's hard for other team to box me out and get rebounds, too. So, I don't know. I found a knack in it. I feel like my rebounding has been the best thing of my whole college career and stuff like that. So I just want to continue doing that.
Rollins, you guys got off to a very good start tonight. What do you think led to that start?
I definitely think it's just not playing for a whole week. I think it was kind of a blessing in disguise. Obviously, we did want to play Evansville and stuff like that, but I told the guys, we just want to come in and we got to show who we are. We know UNI has been struggling, so it's been a down year for them, and they've lost 5 in conference, and now it's 6. So I just think that telling them we need to hit them while they're down, and I think that's what helped us a lot today. And then the energy was just great, and the atmosphere was great here too. So I think that helped us a lot.
You guys had an 8-point lead going into the locker room at halftime. You come out, you extended as much as 14 points. At the 13-minute mark, late shot clock, they had a guy make one late in front of their bench. Coach Jacobson calls a timeout with 13:02. They were down 7, we're up 7. What was the message that was being said at that time to be able to maintain that lead and maybe get away from these guys?
We're just telling everybody to keep calm. We're still in good standings, up 7 with 13 minutes left. But the problem is that we have been in that situation a lot where we've been up the majority of the first half, and then we start getting lackadaisical. But I think today we really locked in and stuff like that, especially defensively. Prince probably didn't have the best shooting game, but he definitely helped us defensively and rebounding too. So I think that's what helped us a lot. Him just staying poised and not letting the bad shooting get to his head. I think that's definitely what helped us, getting stops and stuff like that.
When we're here at home, we're right next to your bench, so it's really good for us, I feel like, to feel what type of energy that you guys have.
Yeah.
We've talked about those late game moments before where you could feel tension. Tonight you never felt it. Even with Northern Iowa, we kept cutting it to about 7 points.
Yeah.
Where do you feel you guys on the floor, Rollins, really helped just keep everybody at ease? Because tonight there was maybe you can correct me if you felt differently, but it did not feel like you guys had any tense moments like you have had in those moments.
No, not at all. I feel like they were slowly chipping in, but they didn't really – I didn't think they were really, honed in on, making a comeback and trying to win. I feel like they were just chipping in and saying, okay, if we get it down to 3, maybe we can, win this game. But I definitely think – we started to man up a little bit and then just not let them get no grace and stuff like that. So I think that's what helped us a lot. Just staying focused, and especially in the huddles and stuff like that, just telling everybody to calm down, and we're still in good position. So I think that's what helped us get that 15-point win.
We've been talking about how strong Southern's bench has been all season long. Kind of went through a little blip. Q getting hurt made Jalen start. And I'd like for you just to talk about 2 guys in particular. One guy that's starting now, Jalen Haynes is starting, deservingly so. He was plus 19, I think, in this game on the plus-minus. And also, help us with the guy we're going to talk to next, Davion Sykes, what he means to this team, and the things he does that doesn't necessarily show up, but they add to that 15 on the plus column and plus-minus.
For sure. Jalen – probably didn't have his best shooting night, and I think he got in his head a little bit. I could see it a little bit when we get in the huddles and stuff like that. But just telling him, I was just trying to tell him, you're here for a reason, you're starting for a reason, Coach trusts you for a reason. So you just got to, maintain that and stuff like that. Don't get too much in your head. I know, basketball's a mental game, so, if you're playing bad, you kind of start getting in your head and stuff like that. But I think he stayed poised to the end of the game, and then he had plus 19. And then Davion, he's our senior and stuff like that. He brings a lot of energy, but him just being on the offensive glass helped us a lot. Those rebounds where it would be tipped out and he gets it, or those like putbacks and stuff like that, those drop down dunks definitely helped us a lot. And then his defense too, so that was really good.
Man, when you let it fly, your stroke looks really good, Rollins. And that's a tribute to you because, man, if you're a fan and you get the opportunity to come and watch these guys practice or before, I mean, it's not by accident, man. It doesn't just happen. I see you in here working on that constantly. And your confidence level, man, just shows. I mean, take us through you've always wanted that to be a part of your game, but now, man, if there's a Saluki fan that hesitates when it goes off your hand, then they're crazy because, man, you've really earned that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, at the start of the year, I was still, like, hesitant to shoot and stuff like that. But I think after I talked to Coach Nagy, I think it was after the High Point game when I shot one late, he told me that, like, I still want you to be confident. I know you can shoot and stuff like that. And ever since that, I haven't looked back. So I think that's what definitely is helping me. And, I mean, they're playing off on me, so I just think, like, if they're playing off me, I have to shoot it. So I'm not going to start trying to drive or anything like that. But I think, yeah, I mean, if they're playing 10 feet off, I have to shoot it. So I'm going to always let it fly. I'm always going to be confident when I shoot, too. So
couldn't go 5 for 5? You couldn't get one more in there?
I was trying, but
trust me, I know you're always trying. Hey, before we let you go, this is kind of, Captain Obvious, which we are that from time to time in our questions, but how important it was to get Q back and what did you see from him and working himself back and what he provided for you guys off the bench?
It was definitely good. I mean, he's a true point guard. He gets us the looks that we want, stuff like that. Not saying Jalen isn't or anything like that, but, I mean, definitely he has more experience than Jalen, so he's more calm and he's not, like, all tense up and stuff like that. So it was definitely good getting him off the bench and him, like, handling the pace and getting the bigs the ball and stuff like that. I was definitely getting his points, too. It looked easy out there for him, especially coming off like a groin injury. So I think that was really good for him.
Rollins, appreciate it. Congratulations. And actually, before I let you go, I want to ask you this one thing. What was it like to give Scott Nagy a nice little shower there in the locker room? It looked like his clothes were a little wet.
It was great, but, I mean, some people's clothes got wet, but it was definitely good, So sometimes you don't really see Coach Nagy smile like that, but it was definitely good to see him smile because he deserves it. He's been working hard for a long time. So
I'm telling you, Rollins, if you get time tonight, I know you're a basketball junkie, and I'm not saying this to blow smoke. Look at the list he's now a part of those names that are 600 wins that are still coaching too. It's remarkable. It's a great accomplishment to Coach Nagy, and many more to come. Rollins, appreciate the time, man.
Sure,
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Nice work.
That was one of our Marion Toyota players of the game, Davion Sykes, who's been so anxiously awaiting. He's dunked it about 5 more times since he's been waiting here on Rollins' interview to come over to talk to us. Is Davion a phenomenal effort off the bench and a big reason why SIU gets the win tonight, 65-50, as Davion pops on the headset to join us here. Davion, congratulations, man. Just same way we started with Rollins. What it feels like to get out of this skid, man, because you guys have been working your tails off. You've been in these games, been so close to try to get over the hump. What did it take to get over the hump tonight?
I mean, just feeling, well connected at the end of the day. I mean, even from practice and the past few practices, I feel like we've been real connected, especially, just going out to Evansville, spending time in a hotel, kind of a free trip at this point. But, just being,
not free to some, but
yeah.
But yes.
But the camaraderie of the team, playing around with each other in the hotel, sharing meals, talking to each other. I feel like that allowed us, to put us on more of a connection rather than, just going into a game and then, probably losing and, there's tension. But, we were able to put it together today, and at this point, I think we all understand that we got to carry this.
That was the best part about tonight. It was not just you win the game, but, look, the Drake game, Belmont game, those moments, you could feel tension in those late moments. There was none of that tonight. What do you contribute that to?
I mean, just knowing it's been a focus our past few practices, like really, focus on the fact that what we have to do the last 4 minutes. I mean, we go into film and we're talking about execution, and that's what we have to do on defensively and offensively. We have to finish with boards, and we have to take the right shots, and we have to execute at the end of the day. So, I feel like, for the past week, that's what we've been preaching, and today kind of felt like, okay, we prepared for this moment.
Davion, you do so many things that don't show up on this stat sheet, and that's why stat sheets can be very misleading. And sometimes this number, the plus-minus, can be misleading as well. This game it wasn't. How do you feel like you impacted this game against Northern Iowa?
I feel like I impacted them a lot. I mean, at the end of the day, my job is to come in with energy, fly around, put pressure on the rim offensively, and then, defensively just cause havoc. So I feel like, at that point I'm just doing my job.
I'm not sure I've ever seen, all my years being associated with Southern Illinois, a player that's a senior and his role changes so many times during the course of the year. It seemed like, starting the year, you and Damian Mayer were coming off the bench, and you guys are coming off with like two seniors like, oh, man, here they come. Here comes the starters off the bench. Then we get into a spot, and Prince is out for a couple of games. You become a starter, and then things just change again. How has this been kind of a testament to your character and how you have to stay tough in this thing? Because tonight, man, we're at the halfway point of your senior year in the second part of the season in the league, and you were absolutely outstanding. How hard was that for you to give that performance tonight?
At the end of the day, you have to stay down. You have to stay grounded, and you have to know where you come from, and you got to believe in yourself. I feel like today was a big weight off my shoulders. My mindset was, I had a different mindset coming in, trying to get me out of that. Because, the past few games I haven't played really well. So just being able, just to kind of lift it off my shoulders and come out here and get us the dub was really great. I know my role changes, and that's fine with me. I know we may not need this one day, or we may need this the other day, and that's just the role that I'm given, and I have to adjust. And I think the coaches trust me enough to be that role player.
Big part of the game is when you get a dunk down here on this end and the whistle blows. Did you think you were getting a technical on that one?
Nah.
The broadcast team was a little nervous that was going to happen.
I just be running. I told the ref. The ref told me to get my shoes off the backboard, and I was like, ref, I'm running fast.
Not to mention there are people underneath you.
Yeah.
And that's what I said to Luke. If they call it technical there, I think the P by P or the analyst guy had been on the court there.
That's what I'm saying. I said I'm just running fast, and I'm trying not to fall. So, I'm running so fast, and at that point I'm just holding on, and my body just swings.
Good for you. It was a smart play. It was really good. And congratulations on not only that play, but your energy and just what you mean to this team.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Davion, we'll get you out of here on this note. Look, one of the beautiful things about when you start a year, you have your role. Teams obviously get filmed, and they scout you. In this league, they do a tremendous job of scouting all of you guys. What's been an adjustment that you've had to make after, your cutting ability was outstanding in non-conference, and no doubt every team in our league was seeing that and saying, we got to make sure he doesn't do that against us. What are you trying to do right now to, one, get some of that ability back, but to also know other areas you can impact like clearly you did in this game?
At the end of the day, just attack and kind of, stay true to what I know. Because, they're sagging off, and, that's okay. So it's kind of taking away the cutting because, they could sag off, and then they have time to react to my cut. So just knowing the right time when to do things and just being patient, because at a certain point, people are going to start messing up. They're going to turn their heads. And if I'm attacking, they still have to guard me. So just knowing, kind of every which way how to try to score or how to use my body against theirs is just, just having the knowledge of the game, and that's what I try to do.
Davion, do you have the freedom offensively in your motion to be able to pick and choose kind of where you go, wherever the ball is located? Mm-hmm. So when House picks a lane, does it ever cross your mind to go duck out and go opposite so that your man stays in help, and we know what's going to happen next, because House is great at finding him?
Yeah, at that point I know, kind of our guy, who's our ISO guys. So sometimes, when they attack me, and Coach preaches our, burn out the corners and stuff.
Yeah.
But just being able to know who our ISO guys are, because I know House, he's going to ISO, and just being able to give him that space allows him to. And, at the end of the day, I know he's going to try to go make a bucket, and that's okay.
He'll also throw that sucker up to the rim. He likes that assist.
He does, yeah, he does.
And you can finish it. We all know that, buddy. The cat's out of the bag. We're not giving any secrets away there.
Yeah, no, just reading it, knowing my teammates allows me to move where I want to move, and the freedom for that.
Davion, congratulations, man. Appreciate the time.
Great job, partner.
Once again, that was Davion Sykes, our second Marion Toyota player of the game. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, Paxton Guy will have that final scoreboard look around. And, man, there's been some crazy scores starting to come in throughout the Valley tonight. Paxton will get you caught up to date on those when we come back. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment